The Spiritual Encrypted Encounters here on YouTube. Those who follow Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook and who follow HCS Short Reel TikToks. How's everybody today? I did place a short reel today before I came on. I did it pretty fast. It's basically one picture, and I put different filters, but you can able to see the DDN that's there. You can literally tell it's in disembodied form because is like a dark shadow figure. It's got eyes and it's looking at me, and it's pretty tall. I would say, man, by the height to my height, it has to be at least like 7 to 8 foot, or possibly 9 foot tall. I would say between 8 to 9 foot tall. So I placed a short reel on TikTok and here on YouTube for those that want to check it out. I got my glasses on so I can see everything better, but I got like a glare from this, so I'm thinking I'm gonna take them off right now.
Does that look better, man?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I mean,
I
you can leave
can
them on, cuz you
I
can leave
can
them
see
on. If,
you, but I can't
yeah,
see my
yeah.
face.
Is that I got the light here? That's blinded me. Uh, I haven't seen anybody come live, so we can chit chat real quick. See who pops up online or not. I mean, it is Fourth of July, so people might
Yeah,
be popping fireworks. What's
yeah.
up, Rebel?
O- Over here, I'm just hiding from all the gunshots.
Look at Rebel.
He's looking for another treat.
Yeah, he's trying to be slick. You want another
Yep.
treat, Rebel? You want another one?
Heck yeah, he wants another one.
Here you go. When is it when they pop the fireworks? It's tonight?
No, it's tomorrow night, man. Today's the third.
Yeah, I thought. Oh, okay, so it's tomorrow night.
Yeah,
I always
today's the
thought.
third, man. I went and drank a couple of beers. My youngest nephew turned 18 today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we threw him. My brother threw him some carne, and he let him drink his first 3 or 4 beers.
What kind of beers were y'all drinking?
A Modelo Gold.
Let me see. Let me see if I can fix the chats here. So if people want to comment, I'll be able to see them. We'll be able to see them now. Oh, Modelo Gold. Yeah.
They were like the pony bottles,
Yeah.
like that.
How
Uh,
much do they run?
I don't know how much he paid, man. I think he bought an 18 pack because I had four. Joe had four. He had four. The boy had three, and was when I left, he was still drinking. He was taking advantage that his daddy let him drink.
How old was he?
He turns 18 today.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I remember when my son turned 18, he wanted to drink everything that everything that was
Oh
there.
yeah. Hi, Jacqueline.
How you doing, Sister Jacqueline? Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Uh, it's gonna be a show and tell. I wanna share probably some stories first. Of Elms Grove, of the activity that would happen there. Uh, Before I continue, I'm just letting some of the lobby fill up. We got fire. Sex is very, very good for the soul. New research shows, blah, 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 blah. I guess this must be a troll.
Yep, I'm
So
about I'm about to
I booted
get
him
rid of
out.
him. Okay.
Nah, man. That's another troll. That one's out of there.
USMC is trying to get people to 5-year contract. Bye, Gomer Powell.
But Fire said they're not a troll. I don't know if you're talking about something that has nothing to pertain with what we're speaking about. You get sent out of here, man. Yeah, they're saying they're not trolls, but yeah, they're out of here. No, not when you come in the lobby and stop talking all kinds of crazy, man. How you doing, Texas? Uber is outside.
Hi, unknown. How you doing?
Bro, if you all wanna see something cool, if you really want to stay here, man, keep it respectful. We allow you to stay here. We want to show you something, something that my cousin has here. I guess you could say it's within his family from his father that his father had, and I wanted to share some stories first before we do the show and tell what he has. I just don't want people to get freaked out what he has or frightened. You know, what he has. I want to share some stories before he does the show and tell. Let it gather up with some people so we can do the show and tell. Just to show you that there are things within the balance. You got good, you got bad, and you got different practices, right, within the balance. And that's what this is about today. So he's got something that you probably have never seen before, right? And it's dealing with different kinds of practices within the balance. Of course, you got people that believe in Jesus Christ. You got people that do the witchcraft and necromancy and other forms of healings, uh, in which this is about today. So if you want to check it out, just I'm gonna share a couple of quick stories. See if the lobby fills up. See it goes in and out. So I don't know who's here. It was 8, and then all of a sudden from 8 to 2. Yeah, we're gonna share it in a few. I'm just trying to see if the regulars pop up in the live feed or not. But I wanna share some stories with y'all. Fire says I used to believe in Jesus, not anymore. I've been questioning everything and meditating, and I found the truth. So what truth did you find out there?
Hey,
Fire.
Fire, there's only one truth, Jesus
There's
Christ.
only one truth, man. Jesus Christ is our Lord and
Hello, Al
Savior.
Gore.
How you doing, brother Al? How you doing today? I guess it's all glorious here. Let's see. Okay. Of course, people sometimes things happen that they don't like, or there's been a lot of negative seeds that get planted in the way, in which people wander off the wrong path within the balance. Sometimes those things that are placed in the path in our path in life is to prevent us from having a relationship with Jesus Christ, in which the only thing we know is the negative side, right? Where there's fighting. We learn how to fight. Uh, whether the things that we fight is against people, right? The people and against people that we consider enemies because they're coming at us in a negative way. But things like that happen in life, which it's called tough love that makes us be a certain way. I'm just saying. You said you meditated to something. I mean, you say you meditated to something. So and you say you found your truth. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, what did you meditate to? Or I mean, you gotta be believing in something, right? You gotta believe in some kind of religion, whether it's Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism. I mean, you said you prayed to something. What did you or you meditated to something? What did you meditate to? You say you believe in love, so whatever you meditated to, you say it's love. Well, who do you think is the one that is about love? is Jesus Christ. If you meditate or pray to something, you have to pray to somebody. You can just meditate, and because anything can comes in. So you're saying you had to meditate to the God of love, right? To the one that created this world of love. Every one of us is out of love. So there has to be Jesus Christ or Heavenly Father that you meditated to. I think it's all one belief system. I mean, when you pray to something, it's because you're believing in something. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to figure out what you meditated to or prayed to. You gotta have. You can just say, okay, I'm going to meditate and speak to something. You gotta be know who you're praying to or making a connection to spiritually. So now, if I was saying meditation doesn't have to be spiritual, then I mean, I'm just saying, you're saying you believe in a law foundation and you have to pray to something. I mean, not unless it was you meditated and you got no answers. I mean, what answers did you get? Who were you were worshiping? You have to meditate to worship somebody. I'm just saying, man, is if you're gonna pray to something uh, to seek spiritual answers, it's got to be something. So who you you're not saying who you're praising. So I don't know if you're speaking in truth right now of what you're saying because you're not saying giving a name of anything.
No, Rotten, we didn't say Jesus Christ made the world go right. There's a whole book that says Jesus Christ made the world go right, man.
He said meditation isn't worship. He said that he doesn't worship. Meditation is just you basically you're saying you're just thinking, because you're not when you're meditating, you're just relaxing. You're not thinking about really nothing. It's just blank when you're meditating and you're getting grounded, just feeling this what's around you spiritually. You're not really making connection with anything. So I don't see how you can say that. Maybe you're saying that you have peace within yourself because when you meditate, you don't think about anything. It's just you feel like your meditation is protecting you. That's what you're talking about. You feel a love foundation, but you gotta think about it like this, right? How can you say you have a love foundation, but then you say that other people or religions that believe in other selves and other things cause division? That means you really don't have a love foundation because a person with a love foundation wouldn't say that.
If I you lived in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East, I got something here, man, that I want to show and
He's
tell
got
me if
something
you've
for
seen
you
it.
to show you a show and tell.
And tell me if you've seen it on your travels, man. But we'll get to that later.
Well, yeah, he got something to share, and we're talking about talk about meditation. There's people that believe in other beliefs, right? Believe in other things of a form of
Hi,
healing.
Ridge Runner.
How you doing, Renner? Yeah, yes, I understand about that meditation, because I do meditation. If when I used to meditate all the time just to relax.
I still do.
Yeah, I do it when I work out, when I lift weights, relax, meditate. But your love foundation had to come from somewhere. If you're saying you have a love foundation, it has to come from a source for you in order for you to say you have a love foundation. I'm just saying. There you go. He said it was a Christian for 23 years, so you know about the love foundation. Love is a choice, yes. is how you want to live your life. And through a love foundation, you also have to have forgiveness. You cannot have no hatred. We have to forgive our enemies daily. Yeah, in order for you to be blessed, you have to have a love foundation. You have to have forgiveness, and of course, the number one thing is you have to believe in Jesus Christ in order for you to be blessed with the spiritual gifts of discernment. Of course, everything in life is how you want to be, but it's within you. What's within you, was no matter how you want to be, whether you're good or bad. What's within you tells you you're in the right path or not. It just depends on the choice of you want to follow what your spirit is telling you. Sometimes we're hard headed and we don't follow to what the spirit is telling us, and we make our own path, our own decisions, right? Because we're here in the flesh, so it becomes a personal choice. But in saying that, I mean, I'm going to continue with this, with what I have to say, and it's dealing with when you're talking about you meditate. Well, I used to meditate a lot when I used to live in Elms.Grove, and that's where I'm going to share the stories that I have here for tonight. And after like two stories, if it builds up more, we have more people. We still don't have our regulars that show up here every day. When they surface up, we're going to do a show and tell because cousin Jesse has something to show you, and there's a story behind it. And that's why I want to wait. I'm just trying to see if the people here are respectful. Because I know Fire came in here being disrespectful. So, well, I'm not here trying to debate nobody. I'm just saying that we're all brothers and sisters in Christ, whether whether you like it or not. We're all brothers and sisters through Jesus Christ, spiritual brothers and sisters. Every single one is connected spiritually. Doesn't matter if you meditate or not, or it doesn't matter if you're on the wrong path, if you're believing in other things. We're all brothers in Jesus Christ. We're children of God. It just there's a lot of things in this world that makes people wander off to believe in other things. But we are brothers and sisters in Christ.
Like with the crystals again.
This is a purple amethyst. I have a black tourmaline, and selenite. You wasn't here yesterday, but I have a whole mineral connection I was showing off yet last night, late
Yep,
at
yep.
night. So I collect minerals also. Like I said, spiritual protection. Of course, I have Jesus Christ for protection, but there's minerals that have this keeps away negative energies away from me. Black tourmaline and the selenite. Even though I place my faith in and believe in Jesus Christ, this is additional protection. Well, I've never spoken about religion here, man. I'm not saying about any kind of religion. I just believe in Jesus Christ. It's just about the way you are, you as an individual. If you want to dwell with hatred and negativity in your heart, uh, that's where there's confusion within about religion for you. Because if you're thinking that just because people go to church or they believe in their religions, that they're bad people. That's what you're saying right now. Uh, but you could be easily being bonded right now. That's making you think that is trying to if you got a negative attachment on you, is pulling you away from your brothers and sisters in Christ.
I look like your dad, yeah, right? As the pappy.
There's Sister Delana. How you doing, Sister Delana? Somebody said,
All right,
who looks
Elena.
like your daddy? Jesse? It wasn't me, man.
I'll tell him,
Pro-
as the pappy. As a pappy.
probably Uncle Jesse would be the one that might be your daddy, not me. He said, just like my dad. What the hell? He's talking about you, Jesse.
I told him, I'm telling him, it's the pappy.
Yeah, no, watch out. He's gonna say you're my daddy. I want back pay child support
Hey man, I don't do that child support. That frightens me more than a demon.
or meditating. Child support ain't no joke, man.
Hi, Jacqueline.
We got Sister Jacqueline, Sister Delana. We have a show and tell with you for y'all. We're just right now. We're just socializing here with the people here. Yes, I know it's annoying because when we talk about something that isn't Jesus Christ, you get pissed, and that is the only way or some shit. But when we talk about other religions, you get offended. I'm not offended at all, man. You're the one that's being triggered.
Yep. You can move
You're
on
being
if you're not
triggered.
happy.
You know, what it is that I'm not discussing what you want to discuss, and it's pissing you off. That's why you had to capitalize everything. You're not offending me at all. Yeah, like I said, let's say a little prayer. Well, let me say something for you. Since you want to talk about religion, at this time, I would like to type on and rebuke any negative energies or demons that are trying to attack spiritual encrypted encounters at this time. We type on and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. And if anybody's trying to do any witchcraft or necromancy, to go back to the center 7 times fold. This I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Yeah, right. I'm in Fort Worth. Yeah, right. But as far as me
Mm.
being your daddy, I don't know, man. I used to get drunk and high a lot. It might be not.
So we got 14 viewers right now. We got a show and tell that cousin Jesse wants to show off something. If you're his son, he might he might have to
It might be your
turn it over.
inheritance.
It might be your inheritance, man. But I know you want to keep that as your inheritance. He said he
Well,
lives in
I've
Great Brook.
traveled. I've traveled all around the DFW. You never know.
Oh my God! Why would Sarge want to be offended? Yeah, I talk about everything, man. All religions. Like I said, everybody, my brothers and sisters. I don't care if you're meditating, you're standing on your head, you're meditating, or you're butt naked meditating. I don't care. You're still my brother. If you're meditating, sitting on hot charcoals, way you do what you do, man. Yeah,
So sorry,
that's
fire.
you.
I'm waiting for my cousin to do the show the way he has it scripted, and then when he tells me it's time to show it, I'll show it.
Yes. You say you meditate, meditate. I don't know what you're holding, what you're butt naked. There's people that meditate butt naked, man, because I feel they have to connect with the universe, so they can be butt naked meditating out in the night. You know, go jump in the water butt naked and meditate in the water. You know, be part of Mother Nature. So long the cops don't see you, good. If the cops see you, then you might get a citation. The reason it's like me, I was Catholic, but there was so many things that were happening with the religion within the Catholic Church that I witnessed. Uh, because there was people that were believing in other things going to the church. When they built the Catholic Church, when they had, what was it called? When they were sending people to go everywhere to get people to join the Catholic Church. What is it called? Like a crusade, or the people that they were sent to different countries to try to get them to become a member of the church, to become Catholics. They're
Oh,
going
you
all
mean
over the.
when
When they go,
they destroyed the Aztec
yeah,
civilization that made them all turn to
yeah.
Christianity?
So when they built the Catholic Church, they built it so other people can come in there and also pray to what they believe in. That's why within the Catholic Church they got like statues and stuff, which is a form of idolism, and different things that look like the things that were at the in the like what the Aztecs believed in and stuff like that. So there was people that was believing in other things that will go into the Catholic Church and they will worship what they believed in, right? So it was a mixture a lot. That's why there's a lot of activity within the Catholic Church. Where that's one of the reasons that I go, because when I go, I see things. I'm spiritually gifted to be able to see things spiritually. So I will see these unclean spirits, or should I say, shadow beings. They'll be on top of the ceiling of the church, and they'll fly down and go into people. It will make the people cough, some laugh, or some say something very loud, and then he will leave that person to jump to another one and to another one. Of course, there's people that go there that go because they're living in sin. They were trying to ask for God for forgiveness, so they have negative attachments, and that's one of the reasons that I kind of like say, what, I need to stop going to this, because and sometimes those things happen because it wants to lure you away from believing in Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with the religion. It has to do with the things that are in place that are there, that kind of like say, oh, hey, there's so much too much activity here. I don't want to be going to an area where there's so much activity like this, and it's going to affect me in a negative way, or something's going to jump and attach itself towards me. So what I do is I have my relationship with Jesus Christ here from my home, and that's how I do the spiritual walk. Is because I have my relationship with Jesus Christ, and he shows me things spiritually uh, through my dreams, which is kind of like meditating because he's showing you things. And created this group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. I'm a combat veteran, but I always had the belief of Jesus Christ in my heart since I was a kid, and because he's shown me uh, his spiritual presence, whether it be through him or through the heavenly angels that he sends my way to assist me spiritually when I go into spiritual battle against the negative side of the balance. So, in saying that, yes, in saying that we got 16 viewers, I'm going to say, I think like one story real quick of the things that were happening in Elms.Grove. For those who don't know, Elms.Grove Estates is located in Killeen, Texas, where I used to live. It's a mobile home park. I had moved there in 2002 when my son was born in 2001, and I moved there in 2002. And I seen the area, and I wanted, this is a place where I want my son to grow, because it was kind of isolated, and they had security and stuff like that. And I felt that there was a good place for my son, there was a park so he can go play, or I can play with him, throw ball, play football. There was swing sets and there was a swimming pool. So it was a location where you could do a lot of activity, and there was a big square where you could go walking and do exercise also. So, it would benefit me. So that's why I moved to the location. Yes, I'm a veteran. I was in the battle of Medina Ridge during Operation Desert Storm. I fought the Medina Republican Guard. I'm a tanker, 19 kilo, 19 kilo one, 19 kilo two. Yeah, the when somebody's being demonized, that's what you have to fight them with the Love Foundation. I think Brother Fire says he maintains the Love Foundation, so that's how you're able to fight the this demonic forces or anything that's unclean through a Love Foundation. You just have to be careful uh, when you're fighting spiritually, but the Love Foundation has to have Jesus Christ in the equation, because if you're not tied under, you're rebuking whatever's there through Jesus Christ. I mean, the Love Foundation can be strong enough to send away whatever's there, but these unseen forces, they know what's in your heart. Uh, they know if you have hatred. They know if you have a forgiveness, and those things right there could be spiritual openings. They know if you're afraid, which also things that spiritual openings that they can use. So, getting back to Elms Grove, uh, there was a lot of activity that would happen there. I would never see nothing for like the first 2 years. With just being around my home, taking care of the grass around my home, going to the park, going swimming. I would really never paid attention to really too many things there in that nature that I could see something that was unusual or nothing like that. So here we go. Uh, I used to go meditate at the park at nighttime. You know, DLF, you ought to know nothing about that. Uh, I used to go meditate night times, just relax. After doing a workout or going for a walk, I'll go and just relax, feel the breeze, close my eyes, hear Mother Nature around me and stuff like that. I really would never catch nothing out of the ordinary, when I would go out there and meditate. I would train and stuff like that. Spiritually and physically, I would train. Um, think one of the first times that I witnessed something there, which what caught me very, very odd, was when I was meditating, I was relaxing. I was sitting on the park bench, right, just relaxing, and then I heard a loud laugh echo from the wood line, which was maybe like 150 feet away from me, and it echoed through the park. And I looked from the direction of where it came from, and then it laughed again very loud. So it's kind of like that's when I started noticing a little bit of strange things. At first I would say, well, maybe it's a homeless person that's making that noise, that's living in the woods, and by the woods there was a bridge. Not that maybe it's somebody over there that is just echoing that way. Because echoes do travel. For those who don't know, echoes travel. There could be trapped echoes also, where when an echo uh, wherever it's trapped and it comes out, it's either is you're going to hear noise. So being paramilitary, I said, well, maybe just an echo. I'll just leave it as coincidental. Then I started going meditate in the woods over there because there was a path, and I'll go meditate. And this way, I started noticing things there in Elms Grove. But this is before anything else happened. This is at the very beginning. What I started noticing is I'll go early in the morning, and I'll be just sensing Mother Nature. I could hear people coughing. That's what I would hear, people coughing. And I would look, there's nobody in the woods, just me. I said, okay, just coincidental. Or sometimes I would hear footsteps. Like if I'm standing in the path meditating, I could hear footsteps where the the leaves and the, I guess you could say, the twigs are cracking where somebody's coming my way. But then it would stop, and I said, okay, just maybe it's just I'm feeling spirits that are around me spiritually. So I left it at that. That it was just that, uh, till activity started picking up. I guess those spirits knew what I was doing, how I was meditating and stuff like that. Uh, then they started showing themselves to me. Started showing themselves to me. Uh, some of the spirits that I first seen there was a spirit of an old man by the mailbox. He had a 3-piece suit, which was colored light brown, and he had an old watch hanging from his little pocket. And I seen him standing there with a little hat, looking at me. So, and I said, "How you doing, sir?" And when I said, "How you doing, sir?" he faded out. I was like, "Whoa! I just seen a spirit here," you know. So then I started noticing other things. When you're maintaining a love foundation and you have a relationship with Jesus Christ, spirits come to you. Uh, there was one day that I seen a little girl standing by the wood line.
Gotta take a bathroom break, Chris. I'll be back.
Okay, I'll just continue, cousin. So I noticed a little girl standing by the edge of the woods, and that little girl, I would see her all the time. It's kind of like she lived in those woods, and it's kind of like every time I went there, I captured her nearby me. She was always nearby, like looking at me. It's like I felt like she was either want me to guide her like into the kingdom of heaven, or she was looking out for me. One of the two. So I was witnessing the spirit of a young girl. Yes, the old style of clothing that you wore, but there was two of them. There was one that had like the Victoria style of clothing, and then there was another one, another little girl that I would see that had tribal clothing, like native clothing on. That I would see there in the wood line, and she had a brown, like wearing brown, and you could tell she was native. Uh, So no, that's part of when you're meditating and staying spiritually grounded to Mother Nature itself and through the elements, through Jesus Christ, that things out of the ordinary surface up, right? So I just left that at that. So I said, okay, I know there's spirits here, spirits are coming to, but spirits has always been coming to me, even before I moved into that park. Uh, things like this happen to me all the time. So I would just pray, if I see a spirit. Sometimes I see the spirits when somebody has passed away, like through an accident, where it's like a fermented soul, and you can see them in the form of what happened to them in the accident. So I would just pray for them, so they will be able to cross over and stuff like that, or pray for them so they could remember what happened, because some spirits get trapped like that here on Earth. So it was like I would see all these things, but at that time, I just felt that it was more spirits that knew that I have a love foundation, that I have a relationship with Jesus Christ. So they see me as a beacon of light. So they come to me so I can help them cross over. Um, well, if they notice me, then other things started noticing me. The other things of the balance started noticing me, in which they started showing themselves to me and manifesting to show themselves. What I mean by manifesting is because they're in spirit form, and they manifested themselves to look like sometimes they manifest itself to look like people, where they look like regular people during the day, and thinking nothing. And I said, man, there's somebody walking on the path, and then they go back in the path, and you don't see them no more. And you're like, oh, they probably went the other way. So sometimes they would take the manifestations to look like people, but at nighttime. is when I started seeing different kind of manifestations. I started seeing the manifestations of dark shadow figures. They were very tall, like I would say between 9 to about 11 foot or higher. Pretty tall. When you seen them from the mobile home for a while lived, I had the clear view to the park. I would see like 15 or 20 that would come out of the wood line and they'll be running around by the swing sets like at 1 or 2 in the morning. So I was thinking it was teenagers playing tag or something. So I walk all the way over there, and as I'm getting close to them, I say, "Hey, y'all need to go home." They were all running to the woods. Imagine like 15 shadow because from the distance they look like shadows, right? They all run into the woods. So I would go near the wood line and I said, I seen y'all go behind that bush over there. You need to go to your homes. Go to your homes. There could be animals or snakes out there. And nobody would say nothing. So I walk all the way back home with like 300 yards or 200 yards. See, no, 200, yeah, like 200 yards to where I lived, and I go back in there. Then, like when I go look again, there they are again. They're running around in the park. So I would go, dark shadow figures, and I go over there and say, "Hey, y'all need to go home." And they're all bolting to the woods. All the shadows will go into the woods. So it's like, man, these kids they don't want to listen. And I was like, if I catch y'all, I'm gonna tell your parents that y'all out here at 1:30 at night running around in the park. Because the location was a private area, so most of the people that were there were, you're protecting their security, and I would figure it's like, well, come the security is not telling them to go home because there was a curfew for children. Uh, so I would tell the security about what I would see at the park, the this shadows that look like kid that from a distance, black shadows, and she would just look at me a certain way, and she wouldn't say nothing. But then one time she told me, she said, "Hey, I wouldn't be walking around out here at night." It's like, what do you mean? So there's things out here that you wouldn't understand. So I always run into them. So when I'm pulling the security, sometimes they cross right in front of my vehicle. I hit them with a light, but they're not they're not people. So there are other things that are out here that you wouldn't understand. But I see them because of the security at nighttime. I always run into them. She was saying that she was running into this dark shadow beings and they would take off to the woods and stuff like that. Well, in saying that, it's going to be to be continued because it is I'm going to keep you with that thought right there because I still got more. So right now, I would like cousin Jesse to do his show and tell and share something with you.
Let me
Go ahead,
move it
cousin.
to see if I can get the light on it right. There we go. Here we go.
Something you've never seen before.
Hope they can see it.
Pull it out a little bit more. He's just giving you a close up right now. Yeah, yeah. The other way you can see it real good. How you showing it right now?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to show it
Oh,
all the
you
way around.
show it all the way around.
Yeah.
Somebody says, "Please turn on the lights, Jesse."
Well, that's the only light I got here in the living room, man.
That's fine. That's fine. I can see it.
I mean, I can make it close up if you want to see, but this thing it bends light, so whatever
Yeah.
you can see, you can see.
Where are the origins? the origins of this thing that you have?
This used to belong to my father. He was in a coven of Palo, and this was one of the things that they used for protection.
Palo Mayumbe,
Yeah.
which are paleros, right?
Yes. Yes. As you can see, it's got all kinds of weapons and whatnot in there, and it's got a eye at the top, on top of the figure. It's got a crown at the very top. It's got weapons underneath over here and stuff. It's like there's a layer here, and then there's him, and under him there's another layer.
Somebody said, "Is it like a prism?" Not, it's not
It
a prism.
No, but it does bend light. You remember the first time we tried to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
pictures of it, cousin, that it kept absorbing all the light.
yes.
Nothing that relates
Somebody,
to this combos. It's a shadow figure, man.
that's a shadow figure in there, guys. Do a close up of that thing in there. Look how dark it is. Form of a shadow figure
With a crown. He's got a
with a
crown on
crown.
his head.
Is that what they worship?
Yep.
That's a shadow figure, y'all. A shadow figure in there of what the paleros worship. That's what they pray to. Is that shadow figure that's in there, which could be. Somebody said no, it's not. So okay,
Yes. Okay. You're entitled to whatever you believe in, brother. I'm just showing you something that I think nobody's seen.
yeah. Unknown doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, it's everybody has their own opinion, cousin. It's like my dad used to say, every head is its own world.
That's true. So how long did he that's been in the family for a long time?
Yeah. He got it when he was in his 40s, and he had it till he passed, and it came into my possession. Nah, I didn't have it here, man. I told you yesterday I was gonna go bring it from where I had it. I brought it from where I had it, and I cleaned it up just so that people could see it today. Unknown. I'm not trying to put my any kind of religion of my own on you. You believe what you believe, brother, and that's your freedom of choice. I'm just showing you something that I don't think you've ever seen.
This is to verify that the stories of my cousin Jesse here, when he talks about Paleto, they're very true because it run in his family, and that's what he, you could say, inherited from when his father passed away.
I just don't know. I mean, it's a it's a pyramid, and like I said, they had it. But as for me, I've been asking around to see what it really is, and I haven't gotten any answers, man. Nobody's seen something like this before.
What is what kind of, it's like the pyramid, the how is it, what is it made out of?
I'm not sure what it's made of, but it's
Because he's got a
kind of
lot
like,
of stuff in there, don't it?
yeah, yeah. He's got a lot of stuff in there, and when you look at it up close, it's kind of like
I see a star down there in the
it's
bottom.
yeah, it's orange, man. When you're up close to it, it looks orange. But as you can see, it's got a bunch of other things in there, and it's even got weapons in there. So
Yeah, I
I'm not
see like
sure.
one, two, three, like a couple of stars down there.
hmm I just thought I'd share so that
Fire
people
said
could
maybe
see
you should
something
destroy it
different.
since you believe in Jesus. That's what he says.
Fire, I didn't have it here. Ever since I got baptized, I did. It wasn't around me. I just brought it so that people on this show could see it. It's
Since this is
something
what we
different.
talk about. We talk about everything, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, fire believes in meditating. We're not
I
telling you
med
not to stop meditating because against God.
I meditate, but I meditate uh and I meditate to conquer myself.
By
To
that, he's
conquer
just showing
oneself is
you.
to conquer
He's show,
oneself is the greatest battle. You have to look inward. What am I
somebody
going to
said,
do to it? I'll probably take it back where I was storing it.
just put it this way: wherever it's at, there's a lot of activity that happens. Am I right, cousin?
Yes, yes, yes. There is.
T- So there is activity that happens with that item right there.
Hey, fire. You do you, I'll do me, brother.
I don't know. I never heard of scientific meditation, man. First time.
What are the activities that happen? Well, if this thing acts up, there'll be like knockings and all
Bangings.
kinds of bangings and stuff, man.
The shadow
So
figure.
so why not destroy it? Because it's a something that my father left behind, man. The only thing that I have left. Why would I destroy it? If you had something that belonged to your father, would you destroy it?
That's true. But he doesn't have it on him. He has it stored somewhere else.
I don't ever have it on me, man. I store it somewhere else.
Take a closer look at the shadow being in the center. What seems
You
to
want me
be
to?
a dark shadow being.
You want me to make a close up, cousin?
Yeah, do a close up.
Look at that, man. And he's sitting Indian style meditation position.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Fire meditation style. He's sitting down meditation style in there. Who's the one that said they were the meditate?
Fire.
Fire. Where you at?
Yep.
Fire. Did the flame go off? You say you meditate, right? Right there you go. Meditation position style. He said, but what if it tied to you spiritually? What if the negative impact in your life since your dad isn't a Christian no more?
I tend to just let things be. It doesn't control me. Basically, I took authority over it, and it's just dormant now.
Yeah, it's like
No, it's not tied to me spiritually, man. Because if it would be tied to me spiritually, it would torment me, and I don't even think about this thing. The only reason I brought it to today was because I told my cousin I wanted to show it to its viewers to see what they thought, and maybe somebody would know what it actually was.
no. That's what you said at first that you do spiritual meditation. Then you changed it to first. You're saying you're talking about sex, which that's the spirit of
Lust.
lust or a demon of lust. When you initially came into here,
Yes,
disrespecting.
Delena. When my dad passed, he had found Christianity. It's just something I thought was strange that I share with the members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters.
The originally brought it is I requested him to bring it also because you know how people always talk about minerals, and I said that there's some there's certain ways that people can use minerals to come up against you. If you look inside that pyramid, there is minerals in there, right, cousin?
Yeah,
There
and I
is
think it's made
minerals
of quartz. I think it's made of quartz.
of what
Quartz.
quartz.
Yeah.
He said there's quartz mineral in there.
Yeah, I think
Or
it's
is this
made.
quartz
I think the whole thing is made of quartz, man. Polished quartz.
or smoky quartz?
Yeah,
Possibly. And this probably got some value, cuz.
that's why I haven't destroyed it, man. Because I'm trying to find out what it actually is and what it's worth. Maybe I could sell it to somebody.
So this show ain't the Dr. Ruth show there, Fire. I mean, if you're thinking about that, it's because it's you're thinking about that. You got the mind in the gutter, man. You could be thinking about that all the time.
Well or known, we talk. We touch on every subject here in the show, man. Demons or everything. Nothing is left out here in the show. Does anybody know what it is? I mean, I would like to know what it's called. What kind of guardian it is, because it's a guardian.
It was Fire that started talking about that at the very beginning when he joined the lobby. Then he said he apologized. Whether no, he could be
Oh,
one of the from Oklahoma, for all I know. I'm just
well,
letting you know, if you're from OKC, that in his lineage, of his side of the family, and then my side of the family, there's people that are Christians, and there's people that believe in other things. So the only thing I can say to y'all is
hi,
just be
Ivy.
careful how you come at us spiritually. That's all I can tell you, because
Thank you, Jacqueline.
that's all I can say. We're not
Thank
talking
you.
about
I'll
sex here,
go.
man. Rotten. Okay, here we go. I done had enough of this.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. I had enough of them. They're just here infiltrating the show, so they're out of here. That's all they'll just. It's probably Oklahoma. We brought cousin Jesse wanted to show a show and tell a little bit. We brought it for the members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, since we talk about everything within the balance here. We talk about all aspects of the balance, and this is something that he has in his possession that belonged to his father, which is my uncle.
Hey, man,
Um,
you know who would have liked this? Carlito. He was talking about pyramids the last time he was on the show. He would have
yeah,
loved to
yeah.
see something like this, man.
Oh, yeah. You might want to maybe do a live with you. Now, I don't know how many people I can bring on here. I think it's only one. I'm not sure, but that would be nice to have in a show.
He would trip out on this, man, because the members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounter are like, what the heck is it? If I knew what guardian it was, I would let you know.
All right, I'm going to continue. Get rid of this troll here, Rodden, Rodden, and who was the other guy that
And
was here?
fire. He's right
Yeah,
back right there.
Rodden and Fire are not allowed here. They're just trying to disturb the group, so they're out of here. So admins, if whoever's admin here, boot them out.
Does it look evil, Al Gore? It probably is the elote palote cryptid, man. Le da puros palotes a the corner of the cob.
But shot corn in the cob is coming for you. He keeps on popping up with his fake profiles, man.
So, like I said, man, it's just something I wanted to share and see how they would react toward it. because
Do the
that's a,
side, spin it so they can see the sides of it.
it's heavy, man.
And whoever designed that or created it, man, they had to have some kind of skills to do that.
Oh yeah, because it's heavy, man. It's heavy. It's not light.
Somebody said acrylic resin cast.
I don't know what it is. I just know what's in there is special.
Just fire. Just stick to the conversation that we're talking about, man. You're trying to talk about all the other kinds of things, and we're talking about this, to see whoever might have a suggestion of what it could be or where it might come from, the origins. We just
Yeah,
decided to
it's
show
pretty
it to
big.
you.
It's pretty big, Smurfy. It's pretty big, man.
He said it's pretty big, Smurfy. Unknown said that's not a shadow being.
See
Yeah,
that
it
that
is,
that's
bro.
that's my hand. See how big it is. That's my hand.
That's a dark shadow being. He's saying he's not. Look up close how he looks. It looks like a shadow, bro. Doesn't it have? It doesn't have no form,
No facial form or nothing.
no facial form or nothing.
Yeah.
It's more. It's more of a
Aladdin,
crown.
really? I don't see a magic carpet, bro. That's not Aladdin.
Well, it's old. How old do you think that is, cousin?
My dad had it. Uh, I don't even know how long my dad had it, man. He wouldn't let nobody touch it. But I've owned it and I've had it now since he passed. That's going on almost 4 years now.
4 years.
There's nothing you can see from the bottom, man. I mean, I could put the phone down and you can pick it up and look. You can look underneath if you want.
Somebody said, yeah, the view from the bottom would be cool.
I'll show you the bottom. All right, hold on. Tell me if you'll see it. Let me see. Oh, it's heavy. Look, can you see? Can they see it, cousin?
Yeah,
I can come down, but I don't know how
yeah.
good the camera view is gonna be. It
There's
doesn't
all
have a
kinds of stuff.
labeling.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, it doesn't have a labeling on the bottom or nothing, man. So I don't know anything like that.
He said, can you post the photo in chat?
I sent
Uh,
you the photo, cousin. Can you post
yeah.
it?
Where? How do you post it, man?
I have no clue, man. That's why I was asking you.
It's something new for you to see. That something for you to understand about the balance of the. When we talk about the spiritual balance of between good and evil, that it's very real, man. Very real.
You have one red spring trap?
Fire says, look like Mary, mother of Jesus. No, it doesn't.
Fire, fire. It was used in Santeria. Fire. The piece belonged to my father's coven that were paleros.
They were paleros. That's what paleros are.
Yes, you're right. You're right, fire.
Fire. That's what they are. Telling you, we speak about the balance. We're showing the other side of the balance.
I've never looked at the bottom of it. To be honest, fire. I've never looked at the bottom of it.
He's saying there's little santos in there, right?
Yeah.
There's are the saints that are in there, or what are they?
They're all different kinds of santos, uh,
Like from Catholic or from what religion?
Catholic and Santeria.
Ah,
It's like somewhere in this house, I have a horn that my dad built.
mm-hmm.
That he said it gave him the power to make law enforcement stay away from him.
Oh wow.
It was he sanded it down. It's a horn. I don't know what he put in there, but he sealed it, and it's got a mirror at the end.
Mm-hmm. Roberta 77 said, "Did you get that from Mexico? It belonged to his father."
No, I think they brought that in from Cuba to Miami to Texas. All of my dad's cousins, they were Cubans.
Somebody, Gore Lord said, "Looks like a shrine of some sort. What is dedicated is no telling. Is no telling."
Well, I don't know what it is. I just know that my it belonged to my father.
Do another quick close up at the meditating thing in the center. Is where he's got a crown on his head. You see the necklace that he's got around the
Yeah,
neck,
yeah. It's like that wolf
like the
thing that
shadow.
you caught on tape on
Yeah,
a
like the
picture.
shadow figure that he was
Yep,
wearing a necklace around his neck.
yep. Thank you, man. That's all my mom stuff, man. There's a bunch of all that over there, nothing but pressure moments. And she's got that 3-tier mirror. It's an antique.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
That's not what I'm trying to show you, though. Al Gore. I'm trying to show you the pyramid. Yeah, it could be,
Roberta said it
Roberto.
looks like a representative of a deity. Yeah, deity, a deity or a demigod, or like we talk about this shapeshifter skinwalkers. When you see them, that's how they look, and they're like the dark form, shadow form.
You
When
know what,
when
man?
people when people try to tell me, oh, that's just a shadow figure from the trees, or that's a shadow from that's pixelation, or that's what's the other word that they say? Uh,
No, it's not Santa Muerte, Warlord. It's Santeria, but it's not Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte is always a reaper. Hey, cousin, you know what?
yeah,
Somewhere in this house, I have an Elegua.
like what?
Yeah, I have one. It's somewhere in this house in a box. When my mom put it up,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a little rooster, a little silver rooster that my dad used to keep up high perch because that
Mm-hmm.
represented his head. It's somewhere here too, man, along with that little horn that he used to keep in his car.
Oh
Uh,
wow!
if I can find it, man, I'll let you know. And
We'll do another show and tell.
yeah, I don't know, man. My cousin seen a gin, and it doesn't look. He doesn't recognize that as a gin. Is that a gin,
I've seen
cousin?
that. No, I've seen that in the woods. That one with the necklace that he's got around his. I've seen that in the woods in Elms.Grove. They was wearing a necklace around his neck. A DD or they call it the one. The natives call it the one. It's when there's a blood sacrifice and there's a circle formed, and when the spill blood goes into the center of the circle, the when the sun rises, the one comes out, which is a deity or a demigod, which would be that right there. That's why he's got a crown on his head.
Hey, cousin. I
Native
even have. I even have a Santa Barbara somewhere in here.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah. You don't know the story of Santa Barbara?
Hmm.
His the actual name for him is Shango. When they raided his lands so that he wouldn't die, he dressed as a woman And they said, "Mira qué bonita Santa Bárbara," and she's always depicted on top of a horse holding a sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I was told about that.
Roberta said there were some Tarian.
Unknown says this goes against Christianity. For your information,
Yeah.
it's just a show and tell. Unknown. I mean, it hasn't been fed, and I don't know how long, so it doesn't have any power, man. It
You hear what he
requires
said?
blood,
It hasn't been fed, as in it hasn't been
giving
no
blood.
no rituals.
Anything that has to do with Santeria and Palo Mayumbe, it requires blood sacrifice to keep the deity strong. They have to be washed before they're fed. They have to be washed with agua de Florida and I forgot what else. Then you blow a cigar smoke on them, and then after they're purified with the smoke, then you put blood on them and then clean them off again with agua Florida.
Yeah, I seen John Phoenix. His show that he's talking about. This dog man or Rio that they wear Kevlar. Uh, I'm just here to say, uh, I haven't seen a dog man with Kevlar on or that's military trained in any kind of way. What we witness is this kind of things here in Central Texas, which there are shadow beings that are from the demonic. They're affiliated through witchcraft and necromancy. So when we witness the shapeshifter skinwalkers, they have the manifestation to look like that, like this. Show the close up of it again, cousin, so they can see when they manifest. You see some of my pictures where I capture images that are by the trees and stuff like that. Well, the image like in that form because they're like in shadow form, or should I say in disembodied form. That's how they
Well, unknown,
manifest.
you're welcome to your opinion, man. If you think it's BS, then it's BS, But in the circles that I ran with, people who don't believe in this are usually the first ones to fall down as victims, man. But you're entitled to your opinion, brother. I ain't trying to imprint on you anything. I'm just showing this so that the people with spiritual and corporate encounter can see it. You're
Yes,
welcome to keep your opinion.
just so y'all can know that what we share here when we speak about the stories that we speak about are true stories. We're not they're not fabricated because somebody's playing a game, a freaking game through Xbox or PlayStation, or they're playing some kind of games, Dungeons and Dragons. This is real stuff here. Those are the things that I always encounter when I encounter in the Elms.Grove. Sometimes I encounter them around here because they're running around in shadow form. So you're able to see them at nighttime even better because they're darker than the nights. And imagine you have your porch light on or your backlight on, and you see it moving. You're able to
Unknown,
see them.
unknown. I've been baptized recently, man. I no longer practice this. I do believe in God. I worship God and Jesus Christ. I'm just showing people something that I thought they've never seen. This has nothing to do with me or my religion, man. This is the past. Everybody has a past, man. Pretty sure you have a past yourself.
We're just showing y'all, man. I know you might be scared, unknown. What seems. I'm just telling you that there is people that do these things that they believe. What was the name of it again, cousin?
What?
That your dad was involved in?
Oh, he was involved with the Palo Mayumbe, man. Paleros.
Paleros that exist. They normally do blood sacrifices with chickens and animals.
Yes.
And what are the blood sacrifices for, cousin?
The blood sacrifices are for either to feed these things here or to appease
Heal.
the appease the spirits that help the palero do his works.
Uh, we're just showing you here, guys. There's nothing that we believe in anything like this. We're just showing you because my cousin is the only thing he's got left from his a couple of things left from his father because his my uncle passed away, right?
Yes,
So
Roberta, it is.
so that's all he's got left. And when he showed it to me, I was like, "Whoa!" I freaked. I said, "Hey, there's something. This is dealing with some kind of." And he told me about the paleros and stuff like that. So we wanted to bring it here on spiritual encrypted encounters just so y'all can see. You remember
Yes,
when I was telling you the stories I was seeing these shadow figures in the woods, right? That's why. And then that's why I changed it over to him so he can show you what's within this pyramid.
yes, good Lord, it is no bueno. That's why I got out of that religion because I could not stand the senseless slaughter of innocent animals, man. That and the grave robbing.
There's a guy that's a palero there from Harker Heights. He looked at me. I guess he tried to do something to me through that. And he looked at me and he said, "You're a brujo." That's what he told me. And I said, "I'm not no brujo. I believe in Jesus Christ." Now, maybe somebody in my generation or curses happened that way, right? Maybe somebody in the past in my family could have been a brujo. Uh, I don't know because it normally runs through the blood. It's a generational curse. It runs through the bloodline, right? So I've had it
Now my
where people tell me you're one of us. I say you're talking about Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm one of you. But if it's not
now
Jesus
my
Christ, then
question to the members of spiritual encrypted encounters: have you ever come across something like this? And if so, could you tell me what it's called? Because to this day, I don't know what it's called. I know it's a guardian, but I don't know what it's called. I've looked on the internet, but I haven't been able to find anything on it. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to backpedal, bro. Moving
you
on.
see, we had to get your undivided attention just by this show and tell because for a while there, you were just interrupting what we were trying to say. We're saying it for a reason because we already knew what we were going to show and tell. That's why I was sharing the story of the dark shadow figures that I see running around. You know, the way he's done it is Indian style. So that's why I say we figure it's some form of native uh, uh, demigod or a deity, right?
Hey, cousin, this is turning out to be a very controversial show.
Yes.
See, when they come on here, man, I notice they think you're playing when you're talking, and when you have proof like that they
They
can
try to,
actually see, they freak out. They don't like it.
yeah, because this is a real show, man. When we speak, we speak here, we speak in truth,
Well,
and
unknown, if you don't like my falseness, bro, why don't you keep scrolling, brother? Maybe this show isn't for you. If it offends you, go somewhere else, bro. I'm not trying to offend nobody.
that's all right. I got him. I removed him. Right. Yeah, that's all they've been doing, interrupting the show. There was their intention. If you noticed, if you go back, you seen all they were kept on interrupting, saying other things, talking about sex and all kinds of stuff
Well,
when they're
dude,
trying to take away from the show.
if it's not for him, man, and it's offending him, he should go somewhere else, bro, because
Yeah,
other people are enjoying it, man. I mean,
yeah.
like I said, it's just there.
Jacqueline Finley said the top of
Yeah,
the pyramid is like an eye.
look
It
at
is an eye.
look at it.
Is it an eye or is it a portal?
It could be a
Ooh,
portal, man. It could be a portal.
a portal. Yeah, you like if you see it like that, it's an eye. But if you look above it, it possibly could be a portal.
Smurf is cracking up.
Mhm. Yeah, those guys came in here. They were being rude and disrespectful. I think there was corner of the cop crew, and we just shut them
Well,
up.
unknown has been here before, man, and you know it's been cool. It's just, I guess this thing offended him. I guess.
Who's the one that we kicked out right now?
Unknown.
Yeah, he was being disrespectful too.
Yeah, but like I said, he's been here before, man, on the show, and I've seen him many times on the show, man. He's always been cool, but I guess the pyramid really messed him up.
No, it's that they were here, and it was the other two, and some of him. They were interrupting the show. They wanted to
Sure.
continue to disrespect. You know, you can see it better like that.
Look, let me put it right over the top. Look.
Yeah. Murphy said someone spent time on that.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's not light, man. It's heavy.
Yeah.
Did you get a good look at it, Sister Jacqueline?
Yeah, this is a show and tell, and cousin Jesse wanted to show the members of spiritual encrypted about this when we talk about the dark shadow beings, the DDN, and stuff like that. You know, the things that are within the woods, or things that, or even within the cities, that sometimes people see the shadow figures. If you look at that, what's in the
By
center
dog,
there?
everybody has their own truth, bro. I'm not trying to impart my religion on anybody, man. I'm just showing something that I thought was different, and it seemed to affect him in a negative way. There's nobody cowards here.
I know who that is. That's Corner the Cob, and he's out of here with his fake profiles. So, according to Cobb, you and your constituents, the guy that practices the voodoo, and everybody else that is coming against spiritual and cryptic encounters in a negative way. Be careful of what you, how should I say, try to do or try to
And
center
be
with.
care- you
That's all
better
I
be
can tell you.
careful if you're trying to do something right now through the show. This thing right here is gonna send it right back to you.
I tell you, there's different ways of fighting spiritually.
I mean,
I need.
when I brought it, man, it was really covered in dust because where I had it was just covered in dust. I had to come and clean it up, man.
Hmm.
You couldn't even see through the glass. It was all full of dust. Talking to you, cuz.
Uh, you can find me under HCS on uh on Facebook.
He's
Red
trying to send you a
Springtrap.
picture.
Uh, send me a friend request after the show. I'll send you the picture of it.
No, he's trying to send you a picture.
Oh, he's trying to send me a picture. Uh, shoot. Well, you got an email, cuz you want him to send it to you, and you can send it to
Oh
me.
no, man. I forget my email, man. That's why I don't use emails.
No, he wanted a screenshot. I'm under HCS, and he sent me a picture earlier. I got it on my phone, but I'm using my phone right now.
You know, I don't know how to if I can take a screenshot with this thing.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't know how to use this to be able to. Uh,
Oh look, I put some light on there. Look, cuz.
there you go. Look, there you go. You can see it better now, y'all. Red Spring says he's plagued by demons.
You gotta take authority over them. Get them out your house.
So I bind and rebuke him in Jesus Christ's name.
Let me
Spring
try
trap.
it. Let me turn it, man. Look at
There you
everything,
go. We
cousin.
got some light on it now.
Look at that, cousin. Look.
Yeah.
Is that an animal? Yeah, that's an animal.
It looks like a wolf, like a coyote.
Yeah, it's a lion.
It's a lion.
Look, and it's got Santa Barbara at the very top in the middle, man. See Santa Barbara at the very top on the bottom. See that one with the red? That's Santa Barbara, and I can't. It's all the Cuban deities, man. And
Yeah,
turn
that
it.
guy. There's a guy that showed up complaining about because we keep on kicking him out. That's corner of the cob. We
Look,
keep
there's
on
an
booting up.
axe. There's an
An
axe right
axe?
there, cousin. An axe at the corner right there.
Mm-hmm.
With my fingers, there, see it? The axe.
Oh yeah, I see it.
There's a shovel. There's a shovel right there. I don't know what that is. It's another tool. Where is it? Where is it? Over here on this side. Then you turn it around. There's the axe. There's a pickaxe.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a nugget, a gold nugget,
Gold
and
nugget.
some stones, and another lion right there in the corner. I've never really looked at it, man. He's sitting on a mound of gold. There's
Minerals in there.
it's a baseball bat. I don't know what that is right there. Let me see. Where'd it go? Yeah, right there.
Oh sure, that looks like one of those clubs from.
Yeah. And then there's something else right there. It looks like a screwdriver tip. That one over
Mm-hmm.
here is a wrench. There's a wrench right there. See the wrench? Let
Yeah,
me see. Where's
I see it. Like
and then
a
there
crescent wrench.
yeah, and then there's a I don't know what that is over there, but yeah, it's got all the Cuban virgins on the bottom, man. I can't really see them from here because they're blocked. Let me see. See them down there? The
Yeah.
Jesus is in the middle.
Jesus.
Yeah, see the Jesus is crucified right there in the middle.
Oh yeah.
See him? See him?
They got, they got Jesus underneath the Diddy
Yeah.
and the Santos.
And the virgins, all the virgins, right there.
Oh wow.
So there, I shared some more. I didn't even know that was up there.
No, here we go. You just interrupting our feed when you come in here, sending things in capitalization. We're here doing a show and tell, man. And you come in here acting a fool, and that's why you get kicked. Just respect the show, man. Just pay attention, man. Listen. Don't come in here interrupting and being disrespectful, or you're going to continue to get booted out.
Just so you know, magic does not have any color. Magic it depends on the user. It's like everything else in life. There's good people and there's bad people.
That's what this show is about right now. There was a guy here talking earlier that he just meditates, which was the fire guy. And he talked about he's got a love foundation, but he don't believe in Jesus Christ. Uh, so, and they were trying to interrupt about religion and all this, and they're just trying to stop the interfere in the live feed. We're doing the show and tell. And we're talking about things that are within the balance. And the reason I brought this, he wanted to show is to show you that what's within that pyramid is the things that we call shadow figures
That's
that
all
we
we're saying.
see amongst us, right? How many people talk about shadow figures or shadow beings? Well, there you go. There's one that's in there that's like a deity or demigod, right? That's a shadow figure, and that's
What
what a lot of people have been witnessing. Is this, which I call them DDNs, but there is a
what
shadow
hella bad
figure.
people, Raphael Court, right? What hella bad people, man? We're just showing something to the members here so they can see that there's shadow figures even in, that people talk about. There's one right there in the pyramid. It's a shadow figure. Thank you, Jacqueline.
At least we speak about something. We show some kind of proof. Whether it's a picture, a show reel, and now we have this here that he's talked about the stories of being when he was a palero when he was a young kid. He was with a blind palero, and there's proof here of his stories. What he has here. Some people are saying it's a gin.
Well,
Let me excuse me real quick. You can
I'm just gonna keep showing it, man. This so you can
just
see it.
respond to the comments, cuz.
I didn't know I was gonna cause so much controversy in this episode. Well, I thought I'd treat the members to something different. You know me, Smurfy. I always gotta be starting something. Michael Jackson wrote a song about it. Yeah, there's a lot of. My dad used to say, "Every head is its own world, man." I wonder what they're gonna do when I find the elegua that I have somewhere in this house,
What
along
is
with
that?
that
What is that?
elegua.
Like, well,
Well, the Mexicans call him El Santo Niño de Atocha,
oh man.
the guardian of the threshold. Well, you can post it to Abe, Red Springtrap.
Yeah, send it through me through Messenger.
It's magic.
Abesius, Abesis, and I'll send you the picture, man. If you got Messenger, I'll send it to you. Or you can leave your messenger and send you a picture. Or what I'll do, I can post a picture of it.
I
Or
sent you one
afterwards,
earlier.
yeah, I can post a picture of it here. Make a little short reel of it, or things of the balance.
So, members of the Spiritual Encrypted Encounter, thoughts, comments?
Thoughts or comments, y'all? What do you think about that? A lot of people don't understand the manifestations that the shadow figures can take. That
There was
people,
a
there's people that are too busy trying to make people think that the dog man it's a flesh being, that there were some kind of Kevlar and all this stuff, in which this people is just in their imagination.
hey,
Uh,
Primo, a true
yes,
story, man. This had really happened, man. Okay, and
go ahead.
I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, the guy that used to hang out with my father, that was the actual palero. I went with him to Galveston, man, because he was gonna make himself a santo. And he went
Hmm.
through the ceremony, man. He dressed in white. They sat him in a chair. They put let me. They put candles here, here, here. on his the back of his hands, on his knees, and on his feet. Okay, they were trying to make him a saint, and then he had to go to the beach and contact the water elemental. The water elemental told him that the enemy was in his own house.
Oh, wow.
So he thought it was his, but it wasn't his son. It was himself, man. You know how he ended up? You want me to tell you how he ended up?
Go ahead.
He went back to Cuba, and he was living with some woman, and I don't know what he did to the woman, but her brothers hacked him to pieces. When they found him in the woods in Cuba, the animals had already fed on him. They
Oh,
only
wow.
knew it was him because they found a hand and they tested it and it was his DNA. That's the only reason they found him. But yeah, he got eaten by animals,
So he did something to the woman, and then
and
they took him out.
her brothers took him out. They
Machete,
hacked him to death.
machete style,
Yeah, they hacked him to death, man.
with machetes.
Yeah. So that the water elemental told him that the enemy was his own in his house. He didn't understand that he was telling him that he was his worst enemy, and that's how he ended up, man. Yes, Murphy. Oh my.
I'm telling y'all. What do you think that guy, that story I shared with y'all, how that man came at me with a machete when I was 10 years old, and he said he was gonna take me out with a machete. He said if he killed me, nobody was gonna find out about it. There's people, and he was a Santanista, is a
Man,
Satanist.
I wish that I had never seen half the stuff that I seen when I was with that man. But like I told what's his name earlier, everybody has a past, and when you get baptized, all that stays behind you.
Yes, when you're a reborn Christian.
Yes, sir.
Guess we're sharing this with y'all, brothers and sisters here in Spiritual Cryptid Encounters. You know that we believe in Jesus Christ. We're just showing you things of the other side of the balance, because there's good and evil, and there's the good and the bad, and we're showing a little bit of the bad. Now you hear the stories of what I shared with you about the dark witches that I encountered throughout my life, which are true stories, true events that happened in my life, and I continue to encounter them even now that I'm 55. They show themselves to me. I already know what they're about, because I can see right through them. But I'm going to tell my love foundation, if they try to do something, it goes back to them.
Yeah, I finally quit showing it because people were getting offended.
I
they
know.
had
Yeah,
it
they
has
were
it
getting.
has
It's not that they were getting offended. It was just they were
it,
trying to
it
interfere in the show.
well
The
no, I
trolls.
think it has a lot of negative energy because
Yeah, send a request, man, and I'll add you on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook, and I'll try to post it there, and I'll put the title. Or you remember, Jesse can place it up there if he wants to. It's up to him, because that's personal to him.
no man,
Whether
cousin, I sent you a picture. You can send it to him if you want to. It doesn't make a difference to me
yeah,
because tomorrow I'm probably gonna take this back where I had it, and then
but
I'll
you're not
start
feeling.
looking. I'm not feeling anything from it, man.
No, no, it's the people that were getting offended because they wanted to interrupt the show and nobody was paying attention to them. You know,
I'm gonna
that's
take
what
this
they were doing.
back and start looking for the Elegua that I have here in a box,
Yeah,
the Santa
that's
Barbara, and I have some that are called Los Guerreros, and those right there, they have all sorts of weapons in there, man.
so, so this is about showing you what's within the balance of good and evil. But as you can see, when people talk about this dog man, this dark shadow figures, and all of a sudden that they're real and they have armor of some sort and all this stuff, they're in disembodied form. You can shoot them all you want to. The bullets are going to go right through them, and the bullets will be found. on the trees or whatever's behind them, because
You
they don't have no special Kevlar. Uh, you know, it's like if they disappear, what, the Kevlar just gonna fall off if they're wearing a Kevlar? You know,
you might
that's just
do more
crazy.
damage to him if you shoot the bird at him instead of a bullet.
I'm just being honest, man. I heard this guy talking about this earlier, and like you could tell the guy was. I mean, I'm gonna be lying, man. Literally lying. You want to want people to believe that the dogmen are real. I asked the guy if he's got a picture or something, right? He ain't got no picture or nothing. I went to his profile. He's got one picture of something that's like near the tree. It doesn't even look like a dog, man.
You know what? You should send that picture to Carlito. See what he thinks.
Yeah, I'll send it to him. Yeah, he freaked out with it. I think you were sending me one time before I sent it to him, and he freaked out with it.
Yeah, the ones where it was sucking in all the light that we couldn't get a good picture of it.
Hmm. Exactly. A red spring trap. He
I
says
gotta.
the
I'll
shadow
be back. I
people.
gotta get my charger, cousin.
Oh, okay, cuz he says the shadow people run in the human realm. The smiling demon, which is a demon, a ranking. That's why we struggle with principalities. Yes. So when you hear stories of people trying to say that, because we know that this dogman, Bigfoots, any kind of cryptid, that there are dimensional beings, or should I say, demonic beings, that they manifest to look that way for the fear factor. They do. They can use the elements to hide, or they can look like a shadow form. They can look like a gust of wind. Uh, they can look like branches and trees or dirt. You know, they can manifest to look like that. That you don't even know that it's them that are around you. That's why I capture a lot of things that I capture. So you hear all these stories of people trying to claim that the dogmen are real, that they got armor and all this stuff. And the pictures that I have, you're not seeing no bulletproof vest because they're in disembodied form. They're in spirit form or demonic form. They're not in the flesh. That's why I capture all these images of them that show a beastly manifestation. You should see the show reel that I created today. Check it out. I placed it here today where you can see me, but look behind me. Something tall, big behind me, looking at me. You can see the shapes of the eyes, but it's not in the flesh. It's in disembodied form, in spirit form. Yes, Red Spring. They're all demonic in nature, man. All of them are demonic in nature. Why do you think they disappear, or the people? Oh, they teleported. They went to a different dimension, a different realm. I would say a different realm, but spiritual, right? Will be the hell realm. Uh, but they have abilities to go through objects. It's not like they're because they're in spirit form. They can go through the walls. They could go into your car without even opening the door because they're in spirit form. If if you have a spiritual opening, they can attack you or find a way in because of the spiritual opening you might have. Exactly. That's why I was listening to a certain podcast earlier. Not to disrespect the podcast because they talk about everything. It's just the guy that was speaking about it. It's like I've been out there in the field, man. Military for 10 years in the woods. You know, in the desert, and I know what I've seen and what I dealt with. And no, it's not no shadow figures with armor or how should I say, bulletproof or Kevlar. No, I'm sorry. That guy that was saying that is misleading y'all. The only thing I can tell you is put it to the spiritual test when you see it. when you say a tie binary rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, it's going to disappear. Exactly. For the Red Spring track, Red Spring track says, "I see them manifest faces in the trees that manipulate with leaves to do it." Yes, check it out. Red Spring track. Go to the show where I created before I started this live feed. Check it out. You're gonna see my face, but look to the right. You're gonna see it, man. I have so many, so many short reels. Or I create them. I still have a lot of pictures that I hadn't even placed on the short reels that I have. The reason I'm showing my face in there because I could edit it out my face and just make the picture of it, but I want to show you the full picture, right? That I'm in there. But look how taller it is compared to me. That's why I call them the disembodied demonic Nephilim because they can be very tall shadows. Yes, I have nothing against the guy. I'm just being honest. I've been in before the military. I seen him at disembodied from when I was a kid, so I know what I'm talking about. It just how can I say it when somebody's being bonded and they're being used to make you think that they're real. Well, guess what they're doing when they're making you think that they're real? They want you to believe that they're real. Why? For the spiritual opening, so they can attack you. I'm just telling you, do not believe when it manifests and shows itself to you. Type by and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Put it to the spiritual test. I train offense and defensively in the woods in the military for 10 years. I was in the military. I never once seen a dog man with Kevlar. I was in a combat environment. I didn't see a dog man in Kevlar. But what I did see was his shadow figures plus the degen when I was in war. So you're not gonna be able to hit something that's in spirit or that's demonic. The only thing you can do to fight against it is go into prayer and fight spiritually against it. What do you think about all that, cousin Jesse?
I missed most of it. Can you
Oh, okay.
put me to speed?
Yeah, they can attack the way they attack, and which is dangerous is if you have a spiritual opening, if you're angry,
Oh, yes, yes.
hatred, vengeance, they see that as a spiritual opening. If you start believing in them, because like I said, they can manifest to look like a Bigfoot, or people want to call any name the cryptic community has for whatever they call whatever they say within the cryptic community. If they start believing in whatever cryptid, but it's really a demon in disguise, or they're really
Exactly. Yeah.
believing in the demon, in which it's going to have a free opening to their foundation and into their home, a free entry because they're believing in it. That's why I
Yes,
say to
my friend.
y'all,
He wanted
believe
kibbles
in
and
Jesus
bits.
Christ, believe in the Heavenly Father. That's why I say that.
I
Trust me.
agree.
When I seen them out there, they look real. I gave it a little bit of belief, to thinking it was real, and that's all it took. I gave it a little belief that it was real. Guess what happened after that?
You
Spiritual
went down the
war.
cliff.
They started attacking me unseen, where I could hear footsteps running behind me. I get hit, fly 4 or 5 feet, tumble the road, get up. There's nobody there. So I had to close that opening, but not believing in them of what I witnessed that was real. Took the belief factor out of it, the fear factor out of it. But the number one thing I had to do was forgive. I forgave a person that I needed to forgive. Once I forgave that individual, forgiveness is part of love. They had no more jurisdiction over me. But it took me a long time. I fought them for years there in Elms.Grove. When I fell off the cliff, look at my elbow. That elbow saved my life. Hitting all those boulders from hitting my head. I used all my body. When they shoved me, they shoved me from on top of a bridge from the back. The wall was behind me. There was nobody up there with me, and I got shoved from the back. So for those things that those things that they call themselves, call them friendly, that they're what do they call them? Uh, Shadow beings or families and all this kind of stuff. No, they're not friendly. That's because they're believing in them, so they're not going to do nothing to them because they got them more than once. They see me coming with a love foundation, and they know that I believe in Jesus Christ. They're going to try to attack me because I worship Jesus. That's why they come at me in a negative way.
What happened there, cousin? You went black
It's
and came back.
the timer. It's kind
Oh,
of
you
like it
refreshed.
restarted again. The
You refreshed.
YouTube, the Springtrap. These demons are very good at fooling people. Like if a relative dies, that's the way they used to get into your home. Exactly. People think it's grandma. You know, it looks like grandma. I think grandma's watching over us, and then you want grandma there, and boom, it's in, and it fooled you. Yes,
Hey,
because
Alex, Red, did you get to see the pyramid, or did you come in late?
no, Alex Rice hasn't seen it. I think he came in late. He's going to show you something. He's doing a show and tell. You can even take a screenshot of it. Place it right there. You can swipe it on your phone or wherever you're watching. You can take a screenshot off of it from here. Uh, Alex writes it. It's cool as fuck. Tell him the story behind that, cousin, because he was in here.
It used to belong to my father and his coven of paleros. There was a garden of some sort.
I think you got the
That's all.
camera flipped the other way still.
I'm sorry. There you go. Now you can see the face that scares the roaches.
The roaches from Oklahoma. Those are Oklahoma. The roaches. So yeah, yes.
I went looking for the little horn my dad had. I thought I had it in my cajones over there, but now I think I put it in the box, man. When I find the legua, I'll find the horn, the Santa Barbara, and the gallito that used to be my dad's head.
Hmm.
That he used to keep it. He needed to keep it up high, away from everybody, because nobody could touch it.
Look, me and the pyramid have something in common.
I don't know, man. Triangle can stand for a lot of things, even a threesome. Just kidding, man. Just kidding.
Yeah, mine's got a one on top. It's got a lining bolt in the center, a tank, and it
That's
says
it.
old Ironsides.
That's a
It's a
cool
tank
hat,
right
man.
there. Our tanks had the pyramid sign on the sides of it with a number of our division. It was made out of like a metal sheet. We had a painting and everything with a number. We put
What
it
does
as
the candy bar have to do with it, Smurfy?
What happened?
He said he meant the Three Musketeers. I tell him, what does a candy bar have to do with it?
Uh, Runner said, I thought I seen a huge shadow creature in Walmart, but was wrong. It was a light shining on a huge lady's backside.
Hey,
Whoa,
cousin, you know what? When he just said that, there's a story that I haven't told you, man. When I used to work at that place I used to work at, where I worked for 15 years, we started having problems, man, because
go ahead
the
and share
bay
it.
the bay doors would be open in the morning, and one day we got tired of coming in the middle of the night and closing the doors, so we set up video cameras, right? In the video cameras, man, you could see a black shadow figure, man, walk across like that, across the wall, and then go in front of the bay door. And the controls for the bay doors were right there, right? Then you would see the bay doors open, and you'd see that shadow figure walk outside, man.
Oh,
And
wow.
then, and after it would walk outside, it'd be outside. I think we watched for like 5 minutes after it went out. It came back in and it took that same route, man, against the wall and back into the other warehouse, man. So yeah, man, I've seen shadow figures on film, man. It actually came out on film. I was like, what? The HR dude that was there, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He slowed it down. You could see that black shadow figure just walk like that. That was weird, man.
Yeah, I've seen them at the here in Temple, man, because where they build the buildings, they could have been Indian burial ground, so you get catch all kinds of activity. I used to be an order filler at Walmart Distribution Center here in Temple when I was barely coming out of the army, and I was on my Barrett, picking orders early in the morning. Right? No, this is like early in the morning, and I'm the cereal boxes are real light. I was loading them up fast. Doing my pallet, and I'm going like this, and then I seen the freaking shadow figure running down the other aisle, and it's moving real fast. And it comes around like this, like it's coming towards me, but then it disappears, like it was coming after me in the warehouse in the big distribution center. I was the order filler. It like freaked me out. It was like coming for me. I think it was a shapeshifter skinwalker slash shadow being, like in shadow form.
I can relate, Murphy. When my dad passed away, man, I had a dream that my dad was there talking to me, man, and then it turned into a nightmare because he started choking me and was in deep sleep paralysis, man. But I managed to turn over on my side and got him off my chest. When I opened my eyes, there was a green orb in front of me, man, and it went into the wall and went up through the wall and out through the ceiling, man. So I can relate to what you just said.
You know, the reason we're just trying to bring all this out to light, about the balance and about those other things. Because of course, there's people that want to keep it in perspective. To a lot of things or flesh or it's something real, but we're bringing the spiritual aspect about it here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. We talk about the balance, and cousin Jesse wanted to show this so y'all can see what we're talking about. And of course, there were some haters here earlier, and they took out. They got pissed off because it takes away by the way they think, and takes out the way of their perspective of whatever they're trying to do. They don't want to believe that there's a balance between good and evil. They want to believe that everything here on earth, there it's flesh beings. We're spirits, and there's things that are around us that are in this form. Shadow figure forms and the different manifestations. If you go to the shore place, that's an old picture for about like 3 years ago, where you can see my face, but look to the right of me, you can see it looking at me, and it's pretty tall. Uh, the short rail created before I started this live feed.
Well, cousin, you can't really do this to the truth with a finger, man. The truth is the truth, and there's no denying it, man. I mean, if it makes you feel some sort of way, then that's on you.
Yeah, I mean, we're showing you the proof, right? We're showing you the proof. If somebody can say a story about, hey, well, Dogman wearing Kevlar's. Okay, do you got a picture of a Dogman wearing a Kevlar or a Kevlar bulletproof vest or something, right? If they can provide the picture, it's just a story. When we talk about it, we bring the evidence. We bring you, show you something so you can understand where we're coming from. And that's what I do with my pictures. When I go investigate, I download my evidence and I share it to the members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, to whoever wants to view it, right?
Let me say this, man. I apologize if what I showed offended anybody. I apologize. I just thought the member of the spiritual encrypted encounter would like to see something different, something real.
We talk about the balance about good and evil. And this is something that he inherited because it belonged to his dad. Thank you, brother Alex. And there's some people, I'm going to be honest with you. There's some people that dislike when we talk about the balance because when we're talking about there's good and evil, then that means Jesus Christ exists. And there's people that might have some hatred within them, within something, and they don't want to be devoted or believing in Jesus Christ. And they go off with a different perspective. They go against Jesus Christ, and they'll say,
Well,
"Oh, it's something that's
that guy
real."
was
That
saying that guy was saying that he didn't believe in Jesus Christ, man.
yeah, the guy that entered at the beginning name was fire. He started talking sexually right off the bat. I booted him out. Then came back in saying he apologized, and then he kept on interrupting the feed. So that's why I booted him out and the other guy. I believe it was the Heckle and Jekyll from OKC, or whoever they were. Uh,
Well, well, anyway, it's a religion, man. To see something like that and call it BS, man, then you're asking for some trouble, man.
it's
Because you have
kind
no
of
idea. He had no
it's kind of
idea
like
what the forces he was messing with, man.
I got a story for y'all. Uh, in Lubbock, Texas, there was this lake. It was called the Devil's Lake. That was shared to me by what's his name, Mr. Rodriguez, Nancy's dad.
Kuni.
What's his name? By Cooney. Because I told him the story of what had happened. To because my mom and dad were in a prayer group. He told me, I got to tell you something, and his eyes were watery when he was telling me the story. He said, I know what happened. He said that the man, there was this man that they were drinking by this lake called Devil's Lake, and he said to Cooney, I'm gonna show you that God doesn't exist and the devil doesn't exist. He was drunk and he called upon God to show itself to him that nothing happened. That happens when you don't have faith, right? Then he called upon the Diablo to show itself to him, and it didn't happen. You see, he said no, neither one exists. So that by itself, he's not believing in God. What happened after that was this, because there were migrant workers that went back home, and when they got back home, his wife got possessed, demonized. I remember my mom and dad went to this prayer group to go help out this person that supposedly had a demon in her, where they say it was Lucifer. Uh, and they try to pray that the woman went from a 32-year-old woman to an old lady. She changed form. That the room was real cold, and that it was like a man's voice that said that it was Lucifer, that her soul belonged to him. But basically, what I'm saying was that man was her husband. He didn't believe in Jesus Christ. He summoned Lucifer, and who who took over the family? Lucifer, because he didn't believe in God. So he left the opening, and Lucifer attacked the whole family. Brother was fighting against brothers, the Eliosondos.
Yeah. Red
They left
Spring, Springtime wants you to say a prayer for him, cousin.
his brother Springtrap. What are the things that you're going through before we go into prayer? I know you earlier said you were being well. Let's go into prayer. What is your first name, Springtrap? Just give me your first name and we can pray. You don't need to give me your last name. Just give me your first name or a nickname if you can. Just give me your Shane. All right. Heavenly Father, at this time we would like to pray for Brother Shane. He is having problems right now that he says he's being demonized. At this time we would like to place heavenly crosses on him from head to toe. As we place heavenly crosses from him from head to toe, we want to place heavenly crosses uh, in his home, on every doorway and every window. Heavenly crosses on his vehicles or any possessions that he might have. We're taking authority, and Brother Shane is taking authority or anything demonic or unclean that's affect them at this time. As we pray to the Father to send the heavenly angels to assist them, we tie, bind, and rebuke any demonic activity, demons, anything unclean. We tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. You're not allowed to this bother Brother Shane as he's taking authority over you at this time. Leave his home, leave his home immediately. This I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
It's like something was trying to interrupt my prayer, but I
Hmm.
continued.
Hey, bro,
But
cousin, check out this testimony I got. I was working with my ex brother-in-law, right? It was hundred, 100 degrees weather. We were cutting grass. He was doing the front. I was doing the back, right? So in my mind, I'm talking to God, talking to Jesus, and I asked him to send me proof that he existed. Well, I regretted having said that, man, because it started raining on me, but over here was dry, and over on this side was dry, and the front yard was dry. It was just raining over me. So I got an answer to my question, and it scared me very, very bad because I wasn't expecting it.
oh yeah, he chose you.
So yeah, that was one when I started turning my life around, man. Not being stop being such a rascal. So yeah, that happened, man. Just like when I prayed that they were gonna operate on my main vein right here, I prayed to God that if He would let me not have that operation, that I would baptize myself. When I said Amen in Jesus Christ's name, man, the door flew open. The doctor told me get dressed, just take baby aspirins. So
Oh wow,
that made me believe in the power of prayer, man.
yes, it's very real. The power of prayer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're more than welcome here. We try to do a live, or I try to do a live, and I think this is cousin Jesse's third time here. Try to do live every evening for all the night owls for the people. Oh, fourth time.
I was
Uh,
your first, second, third guest, and
yeah,
tonight
yeah,
that's fourth.
fourth. It's like all the females like cousin Jesse from Fort Worth. What was the
It
one that was here last time? That she said she
was
lived nearby you.
Sister Delana. I kept telling her nobody wanted this. I'd stand out on the corner, but nobody wants to pay. Oh.
Biswick says it need healing. Can you? Well, you don't need to tell me your ailment. We can pray for your Biswick. What's your first name, Biswick? We'll pray for you. Alex Wright laughed at your joke. Biswick, see, Biswick has said that need healing. So, I mean, it says Beastwick. I don't know. I need your name, at least your first name, to be able to pray for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sister Jelena was here earlier. I don't know what happened.
Well, if she were here, I'd tell her I can't drop it like it's hot. I kind of drop it like it's warm.
She said you like your laugh.
Yeah.
Primo Jesse Beckett. At this time, we would like to, Heavenly Father, we'd like to pray for Sister Beckett. Uh, we pray for Sister Beckett as we place in heavenly crosses all throughout her body, and especially where she has the ailments that she has. If there's any unclean spirits where she's hurting, we tie, bind, and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name. Come out. She's taking authority over you, and leave her alone. We're calling upon the heavenly angels to go and do a clean sweep in her home as we place in heavenly spiritual crosses on her doorways and her windows, heavenly spiritual crosses on her from head to toe. Wherever she's feeling pain or she's weak, whatever's causing this ailment, we tie, bind, and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name. Leave her alone. You're not allowed around her foundation as she doesn't want you there. Leave her alone. Uh, Heal her, Heavenly Father. Heal her from her ailments and let her be a miracle, a walking miracle, so she can continue, so you can use her as a testimony of your power, Heavenly Father. This I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
But yes, the power of prayer is very strong. You're never alone. Jesus Christ is always with you. Always remember that. No matter what you're seeing or what situation you're in, Jesus Christ is always with you.
Yes, cause when I
Thank
was
you,
gonna
Sister
get
Ivy Ramirez. Oh, Sister Ivy Ramirez hasn't seen the thing. She just showed up right now.
have you
I
seen it, Ivy? Do you want me to show it to you?
no, what? Are you sure it wasn't Ivy the one that was talking? No, it was Sister
You want Delana, Sister
Delana.
Delana?
Help me, Delana. Instead of help me, Rhonda. Help me,
Hey
help.
cousin, when I was gonna get those 35 years for beating up those 7 people, I prayed to God, and they let me out that same day. So
That's
yeah, I
good
really do believe in the
because
power of prayer.
it was out of self defense.
Yes, sir. Yes, Ivy seen it. She said she'd been here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Ivy.
Yeah, I've encountered things like that, brother and sister. So this is not about that we believe in other things. It's just things exist. Just like the stories that I tell you. For those that haven't heard the story, I'm gonna share a story with you right now. Something that happened to me, and it's about mirrors. Uh, Amen. Texas learning.
So you want to see it again, Alex? Right? All right.
Uh,
Hold on, man.
yeah, I'll share the story after.
I don't mind.
Can you back a little bit up away? There you go, right there, so people can see it.
You want me to spin it?
Uh, you want to, cuz
Wow.
said it's real heavy. Alex writes that wild dope. I wouldn't be surprised if might be a little bag of dope in there or something.
Yeah, he's got 4 lines, man, on each corner. A line on each corner, cousin.
It's got a line in each corner
One there,
of the
one
pyramid.
there. Uh huh. There's one right there, and then the other one's back there.
Oh, I see. I wonder if the lion represents the Sphinx, or is it just a lion?
I have no idea. It's
You
just a
know how the
regular
Sphinx,
line.
how the
It,
Sphinx will
no, it doesn't.
lay down.
It doesn't have the face of the Sphinx. It's just a line.
Oh, I see.
See? It's got the lines are guarding the 4 gates.
Yes. Well, after tonight, you will be healed, uh, sister.
And turn back around and put
The
this thing
demons are
back on.
fleeing right now. They're fleeing because we retired to bind and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name.
Okay, there.
There's a guy who comes in here. The first time I ever see him, and they say, "Hey, bro, can I be a mob for you?" I don't know who you are, man.
You got to work your way up to that post, man.
Yeah, that's the first thing he says. That's the first time he pops in here.
Who's known for being a liar? Texas Learning.
Uh, I know who that is. Uh, the
The
devil.
devil.
Okay. Yes. And the demons follow the same suit as the devil. They'll get into your head to make you think.
Sam says he's your son.
Oh, there's another guy saying he's my son.
Yep.
If you're my son, what's your first name? What's your first name, son? Give me the initials of your first and last name. Oh no. What year were you born?
Better yet, what was your mom's name?
I want to know. So what year were you born? If you're my son.
Straight up pimping, cousin.
No, if I had kids, they talk German. They talk a whole different language,
Roberta
and
said us
they're
saying
they're
these
they're, they're
prayers,
probably
cousin.
as old as they're like in their 30s by now. Sister Roberta says, "Can you pray for me? I've been harassed by about 10 years from hateful spirits." Heavenly Father, at this time, we'd like to pray for Sister Roberta. She says she's being spiritually targeted for about 10 years from hateful spirits. Uh, as we place 70 crosses on her from head to toe, uh, to the demons that are afflicting Sister Roberta, we tie, bind, and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name. She's taking authority over you through Jesus Christ. You're not welcome to harass her, bond her, or afflict her any kind of way. We're placing heavenly spiritual crosses on Sister Roberta from head to toe. We're placing heavenly crosses on our doorways and our windows or any entry form where nothing can hide. We're placing those heavenly crosses there, and we're calling upon the heavenly angels to do a clean sweep of the house. And again, we tie, bind, and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name. Leave Sister Roberta alone. Uh, and as we call upon the heavenly angels and the Holy Spirit to do a clean sweep of her foundation and her home at this time. This I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, I don't know. Uh, I don't know what happened to my son, man. He forgot his birthday.
Forgot his initials.
He couldn't even give me his initials of his birthday. So since I gave him enough time to respond, sorry, son. I'm what do you call it?
Disowning you.
Disowning him. Have a nice life.
Go moderate somewhere else.
Have a nice life. He, I'm getting. I tell him have a nice life. He didn't even vote me for Father of the Year. Uh,
Should have took him to the woodshed first.
he didn't even take me out for Father's Day, man. You expect
That's
me to?
messed up, man. That's messed
Yeah,
up.
I remember. Man, how long we've been going live, man? I don't know. Man, it's 2:38 in the morning, so we've been going live for an hour, 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Well, it's been a very controversial show, cousin.
Very
A lot of people,
controversial show.
a lot of
It's
people
got a
got
lot
their
of
feelings hurt.
it's got a lot of people thinking. It got some people praying right now because of what they seen or the witnessed. Uh, this is about spiritual encrypted encounters. We talk about the balance. So it's nothing for you to be scared about. It's just for you to understand that there is other forces that are amongst us.
And as I said earlier, it hasn't been fed in years, man. Only a palero can feed it.
I think everybody already seen it that's in here. You know, the pyramid. I got little pyramids, but they're made out of minerals. I don't even know where I have them.
The way I see it, I think Alex Wright wants me to send it to him by FedEx.
Alex Wright said it looked cool. But yes, check out that the short reel I created today, man. It, you can see me clearly, but you can see the disembodied or shadow figure or DDN right beside me, looking right at me, and
The
he's
mouth
pretty
open.
tall. Huh? You
The
seen it?
mouth was open.
But no, you seen the one put it today?
No, I haven't seen the one today. I
It's
might
it,
have. I don't remember.
it's freaking huge, man. I put it on TikTok and I put it on here on Facebook. It's a short reel. You all should check it out.
We'll do.
How you feeling, cuz? Are you good or you're ready to call it a
Well,
night?
I'm good, man. Like I said before, I don't have nobody that's gonna pop out me because I ain't going to bed.
You wanted to share another story, cousin? Things
I
that
think
that you remember? You know, like how many times did you see that when your father was doing what he was doing? How many times did you ever see that? Where would he have it at?
he would keep it on top of the refrigerator, and we were told never to touch it. Uh, Especially if you had like sexual encounters with a woman, you wouldn't be able to. to touch it because you were considered dirty for a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because you would get a, if you touched it, you probably got an attachment from it.
Yes. Yes, because of the opening of lust.
Then, cuz you done touched it today, so you're good to go.
Yo, dude, I've been single forever, dude. Like I said, nobody wants this.
Dang.
I keep throwing it out there. They keep throwing it back. You know what's funny, man? My brother told
Rainbow
me.
Rainbow Skittle says, "Can you talk about the paletos?"
Well, he passed by here earlier, man, but they're
What
like 250 for a paleta.
what kind of flavors it got?
I got a mango con chile.
I
No, man,
think he, Rainbow
we
Skittles
were
displaced it. Paleros.
we were always told, man, not to touch anything that he had, and if we did, we had to be clean. Look, I'm gonna tell you a story, cousin, and this actually happened, man. Okay, it's kind of messed up. He had a black horse with an Indian on it, and I remember when he would like feed it, he would get some whiskey and spit the whiskey on it, right, and then wash it with agua florida, right. You could see the Indian like stand straight up in the seat, and the horse would move, man. So I was intrigued by that dude, and I told him that I wanted it. So he gave it to me, and he told me, "You need to take very good care of this. If anything happens to this, you're gonna be get messed up." Well, sure enough, man, I took it, and I was living with this girl, and we got into it, man, and she broke it. All of us got sick, man. All of us almost died. We got
Oh man,
like a lung disease that, yeah, we all almost died over that, man. Cause she broke that Indian and that horse, man. Cause when I would clean it, dude, that I would do the clean it the way my dad showed me how to clean it. That Indian would sit straight up in the seat, and the horse would like get a little taller and stretch out, man.
what was it made out of?
I have no idea I guess it was porcelain because when she broke it, it was porcelain, man. And like I said, everybody got sick, man. We all got a respiratory ailment after that thing broke, man. The girl that broke it, she almost died, man. Both of her lungs collapsed. So yeah, I never
Uh,
told you that story before.
yeah, it's kind of like that. Remember that picture of Jesus Christ where it was like 3D, like if you walk and you see its eyes moving,
Hmm.
and you walk. That was like freaky, That it's looking like this, and then if you walk, it's moving his eyes, looking at you. You know which one I'm talking about? The
I
Jesus Christ. There was a Jesus Christ portrait that if you pass by it, it's like it's moving its eyes to the left or to the right.
No, I can't say I've ever seen that, cousin.
Well, the one
Can't
that
say I've
we
ever
had in
seen
our
it.
house, that's what it would do.
No, man, everything in your house would follow you with their eyes, man. Everything. You'd get the Aunt Jemima out of the refrigerator and it'd follow you with their with their eyes, man. That house was something else, man. But you know what, man? Speaking honestly, man, those were the best years ever of my life, man. That I lived when I was living with y'all. A house full of teenagers, no adults. Chores got done. We all ate, and we never missed a day of school. Those were great days, man. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. You're welcome, cuz we were just hanging in there trying to survive, man.
And we survived, man. We survived.
Yeah.
We clawed at everybody, and then we formed DOF, and we ran the streets. I still remember I kicked that light post, and every time I kick it, the light would turn off.
I think our guest got spooked today with that.
The pyramid,
Nobody's really
nobody's
saying.
talking.
Well,
Nobody's
Alex
talking.
said that's a very interesting for sure. He said no. Alex said the pyramid looks mystical. Thank you for hanging out, cuz this Sister Ivy.
I mean, like I told cousin Abe the day before yesterday, anytime he wants me to come, all he gotta do is ask. Corporal punishment will be right here. I get a
No,
little silly every now and then. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's kind of like you got so many things that people want to say are real, but there's no proof because there's no bodies or nothing like that, right?
Well,
Uh,
we showed them
but
proof
when it
today.
comes to when the spiritual aspect comes out of it, we show the proof of that. Whether it's showing items that certain practices come from, or I show them the pictures of what I capture in the woods when I do my investigations. I'm showing the proof. So when somebody claims that they kill a dog, man, or something, and they can't show it, then it's just a story. To me, it's just a story where somebody's saying they fabricated a story and said that they killed a dog, man, but they got no proof because there's no picture of the dead body. They shot it with a 357 Magnum. I shot it right in between the eyes. Well, they should be able to have a dead carcass of a dog, man, or Bigfoot with a 357 bullet right in between the eyes. If you killed it, it's not going to harm you, right? Why not take the picture? Says, hey, here's my proof. I shot it right in between the eyes. And that's when you start finding out the real from the BS. Because for everything you got to have some kind of proof.
Yeah, cousin. You were talking right now, and I remember watching a ritual of a palero ritual. They were asking Elegua if they could go on a trip, and this dude had caracoles like these. Okay, he would shake them in his hand, and he said, "Papá Elegua, puedo hacer esto and esto y esto." I'm just saying. I can't tell you what he was asking for. I'm just. And then he would
Hmm.
throw them on the ground, and depending on how many were facing up, it was yes. If there were more facing down than up, it was no. Or he would do it with, if he didn't have the caracoles, he would do it with pennies. He'd get 7 pennies in his hand
Hmm.
and call him by name and start shaking the pennies, man, while the other santero was moving the maracas.
Yeah.
And they'd be asking him, man, and then they'd throw the coins. If 4 coins came up, it was positive. If anything other than 4 coins came up, it was negative, man. So that's the ritual that they would do to ask to see if he would guide them to do whatever they were gonna do, protect them.
It's like the throwing of the bones that the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the the voodoo people do. Throw the chicken bones on the
It's
ground.
just, I actually got to see that, man. I actually got to see that in my dad's living room. They were doing that in my dad's living room, man. I got to see that. Just another story, man, that I had never told you.
Well, here, cousin, for the viewers here, spiritual cryptid encounters. That's pretty cool. I mean, did you witness that? Uh,
You know what else? The time that they were making the palero, they used to hang out with my dad at Santo. Everybody had to be dressed in white, and they covered you in like a white powder and put a white rag over your head so the spirits wouldn't come and take you.
oh, wow. So, what kind of activity would you see uh, when they were doing the practice of the paleros? Like, would you see shadow beings,
I got to see not only shadow
bultos?
beings, man. I got to see actual spirits because they would grave rob and take bones from the grave, not the whole not the whole skeleton, just bones, and the soul attached to that bone would have to do his bidding. But in order for him to get that spirit to do his bidding, he had to slaughter an animal to give it blood so that the spirit would have to do what he wanted him to do. I got to see the ritual, man.
Yeah.
And there was a room that he had where he had graveyard dirt and the bones of the graves that he robbed. He had them in the graveyard dirt. In there, he had a sword in the middle of the mound, and he had snakes and spiders and centipedes in that room, man, with the dead. He was the only one that could go in there. So yeah, witchcraft, necromancy.
It exists. I know there was a lady, I think that lived over there by what was the name of the store by the junior high? Evas or
I don't remember
remember
because it's been a long
the
time.
little store that was by the junior high that we would walk from everybody to go there to buy candy
Hmm.
or by at the junior high in Raymondville. Remember the store? The guy was a veteran or something. Well, there was a lady that supposedly was related to us that lived up there. We call her the India Maria.
I don't remember, cousin. But then
Uh,
again, I got a lot of dead
there,
brain cells, man. Did a lot of drugs in the 80s.
yeah. I remember I was always playing there. You know, I was playing football with her oldest son. I was a kid, and he would launch the ball at me, and I would catch it. And I remember I was in her house, just running, trying to play hide and go seek. And I went to this place where she said not to go in. And when I opened the doors, there was an altar in there, and there was black candles, red candles. There was a statue or something, like all a dark statue, and you could see like all kinds of stuff in there. And then she told me, "I told you not to get in there and close the doors." I just remember her name, but she would do those kind of practices. I just don't know what it was that was that statue of. All I know it was all black. It could have been the same as that you have. She could have been a palera. Or no, women can't be paleros, right?
No, no woman
So
or gay
it's
guy.
a statue, black. All I know was a black statue of something.
If it was
Just
black,
didn't.
it could have been La Santa Muerte.
So was the Santa Muerte exist back then?
Yes, there's been a cult following forever, man.
So most likely that's what it was that I witnessed when I was a
Probably.
kid.
Yep. The Grim Reaper. Ah.
Well, the story that I wanted to share is that we had gone to a birthday party at my aunt's house, and the neighbors get on El Frank Moreno. I don't know if you remember Frank Moreno, the one that played football. Co- They live right there by my aunt, and he was having a birthday party. He had a trampoline, and everybody was jumping on the trampoline. And there was this room where they all went, and I don't know what they were doing in there. And they all came out. The women went in that room, came out, and they said not to go in there. So I think they were praying for somebody. So me, I was just a curious kid, and it was like it was outside their home as a room. It was like a room. So I went in, I snuck in the room, and I'm looking around, and all I'm seeing in the room is mirrors. There's mirrors everywhere, you know. So I'm looking like that, and I'm sit. There's a chair like in the center of the room. So I sit down on the chair. You know, I'm in the room, and next thing you know, I see this shadow beings or whatever inside the mirror, or demonic entities or unclean spirits that they're looking at me. And there's a bunch of them trapped in the mirrors, you know, and you can see them. They're looking at me, and they're just a bunch of them in there, and they're hitting the thing like they're trying to get loose, you know. Uh, I freaked out what I seen. I opened the door, got out. I didn't tell my mom about anything because I didn't want to get corporal punishment. But I got sick after that, where I guess one of those things escaped from the mirrors and it jumped at me. And I started, I was having fevers. And I remember they start a barrida, you know, on me, and they did the egg thing and the egg crack, and inside the egg you could see like my face looking at me. I was looking at the egg, and it was me, like the form of me, and he was laughing, like I was laughing at myself, and I'm like, "There's no way," you know. But they said that they cleansed me, and it was the unclean spirit. It manifested to look like me in the egg yolk, and he was laughing at me, you know. So negative attachments do exist, brothers and sisters. They can mimic. I should have listened to my mother not to go in there, but I went in there, and that's what happened. So yes, this unclean spirits or demonic spirits can transfer.
Well,
That was in the
uh,
mirror, so it jumped at me.
mirrors and TV screens, they're portals, cousin.
Yes.
When the screen in the TV is turned off, it's a black portal, and demons can watch you from the other side. But as far as getting a limpia, I will never do that again, man. The last time that my grandmother, my dad's mom, me dio una limpia, dude, she cleansed me with poison ivy.
Oh,
I was I was bad for a week, man.
oh my God!
Yeah, yeah.
Why'd
She
you
did
do
it with
that?
I guess she didn't know it was poison ivy, but I found out I was covered in calamine lotion. Yeah, I'll never have another cleansing like that,
A
man.
barrida,
Never.
brother and sister, is a cleansing. They'll grab a branch, and they just or a palm, like a palma, right? A palma, something like that, where they cleanse you from the negative spirits. They use sometimes oil to cleanse your body.
Calm down.
Alex Wright said they did the egg thing to my ex, and then a little snake came out of the egg. Oh man,
You don't want anything that's a snake like that, man. That's bad.
I seen something like that when I was a kid in Galveston. There were there it was a tent, and there was a preacher preaching, and my dad wanted to go to it, so we're sitting on those steel chairs, and they're preaching, and I'm feeling something not right in there. You know, I'm feeling something not right because my stomach is feeling a certain way, and I'm looking around because I've always had the gift. Next thing you know, what I seen was something black going like this, and he was coming towards me, and he was near my foot, and it wasn't a snake. It was just something black, like a spirit, and it was on the ground moving like a snake, like a worm. And I'm looking at it, and when it gets near to me, it disappears. It was one of those outside churches from a congregation or some sort. We're in Galveston because my dad had to get surgery. Right, we stayed at a park over there. There was a lot of things. We stayed at a park rangers park house at the park, and there was all kinds of activity outside. Like it was bad, man. Especially like around 3, 4 in the morning. It would get pretty bad out there.
Hey, cousin, you got rid of your
Yeah.
son, and I got rid of mine. You remember the one that said I look like her dad?
No, I think my son is in the kitchen right now. He's eating.
Mm, Mine
My
got
real son.
disowned. Mine
My
got
real son
disowned.
is
He
he's
left.
snacking on something right now. Or
Right
drinking
now's the
some.
best time to snack, man. Wow, it's 3 a.m., cousin.
I know. You see some of these comments says, "Think that ain't good." No. We got 23 viewers, 17. But I hope you all like tonight's show. I know it might be cousin Jesse's. I don't know if it's curfew yet.
I don't have
Uh,
a curfew. I'm single, man. I don't have a wife. I don't have a wife, man. I ain't got to worry about that. I got
yeah,
99
there's a
problems,
lady's
but a
head right
wife
there
ain't
that they were
one.
talking about. Cuz
Huh?
there's a lady head right there. That statue of the there's a like a porcelain thing of a lady right there beside you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what
Hold
they
up, man.
see.
I got to attend to something. Hold on. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I think
I
yeah,
thought
yeah. There you
I
go.
thought it was my pups, man, but it's my mom. She got up to use the bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I don't got a wife, man. I don't have a curfew, and I'm disabled, so I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow.
I hope everybody liked tonight's show. Uh, is there anything else you would like to share, cousin? I know. I mean, we can still. I mean, it's what 3 in the morning. We'll be
Yep.
going on for 3 hours.
Yes, sir.
So let me see. I guess you could show the item one more time to the people that are viewing right now. Don't go nowhere. He's gonna show you his show and tell for those that are new here. He's gonna show
Let
you
me let,
something.
let me let my mom go back to the room, man.
Okay,
I don't want her to interrupt the live.
that's fine. Roberta says she's seen the Reaper several times. White figures, white shadow figures.
As long as what I know, man, if it's white, it's not demonic.
It's the black ones. That's
I'm gonna show it, man.
right.
There it is. Let me do a close up, man, with the light work. There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go. He's even wearing looks like a what is in the chain like a figure of a lion also around the
A-
neck.
Actually,
No,
cousin, it looks like a
the
goat.
brace the bracelet.
So I'm talking about on the chain. It looks like a goat.
Oh, okay. A goat. Oh man,
Yep, the head of a goat. Could be Baphomet. You never know.
it's for the late viewers. It's
That's
a
what I would
you
like.
do.
I would like that. I would like that, or was it the Lena that liked that? I'm not sure who,
Yeah,
but the signs that it has up there, man, that could be a portal.
yeah,
It's got tools and weapons down there. Jesus and all the saints. Look, cousin, you see all the little caracoles down there
oh yeah.
in threes. Look, in threes.
Oh, the demons in threes. That's what it stands for.
See, threes, threes. It's got a rock there, crescent wrench. Is that like a scraper or some sort? That's his back.
Yeah,
There's a shovel right there. More caracoles and threes. There's an axe right there.
it's freaked
Yeah.
out how
The,
dark the thing is, man.
the pit.
Like a shadow figure.
Look at the top of his head. Yeah, and that's about it, man.
Yeah. It belong from Palero. Oh, was it? What was the
Yep.
name of what the practice?
The yeah, Palero. The Palero Mayumbe. Palo Mayumbe. I hope everybody enjoyed it, looking at this as much as I enjoyed showing it to you.
Hope everybody enjoyed the show and tell. I don't see nobody saying anything anymore, so they probably might be falling asleep. They might be falling asleep on us. They
Well,
couldn't hang with us.
it says there's 20 people in the live, man.
I know. I'm not seeing no comments right now. Let me see something real quick.
Can y'all hear us? Alex is there.
Okay, yeah. Alex said he can hear us.
Alex wants it.
Drinking tea here, still alive and kicking. Donald Rios, what is that again? Yes, what is it? The pyramid.
it's a it's a guardian of some sort. I don't know what it's called. I've been looking online, but I can't find any trace of it.
He inherited that from his father. Just wanted to do something a little bit different here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, just to let you know. Just like there's good, there's bad, and there's practices that people practice that believe in other things. Everybody to their own, right?
Yes,
Everybody
yes.
everybody chooses what they want to practice on. But just letting you know that if you've seen that pyramid, it looks like a shadow being of some sort, or a deity or demigod, but it's in a shadow figure form. Just wanted y'all see that it was wearing a crown, so I would say more like a demigod. People call them deities. We
It's sitting right under a portal.
Yeah, and it's sitting. He said it's sitting like underneath a portal, in which that's what they use. They come through portals. So when you see shadow figures and all that, that's probably what you're witnessing. They're demonic of nature, uh, in which they can do a lot of things. Try to come through your house through the walls. Uh, when they're going on the ground, sometimes they can levitate and they can fly off the ground. They're not walking, but they're moving through the elements. They can go into trees. I believe a lot of people mistake the shadow beings. They're that dark at nighttime for Bigfoots and Dogmen and other cryptids, and they're mistaken for that at night. They're not able to sense them through their thermal imagery because they're spirits. So they're not going to be able to have the sights to be able to see them because it's not living. The only thing good, the thermal visions is for something that's living or that's hot. So they're not able to capture it through thermal or night vision, but they exist and they're very territorial of the areas that they're at. Exactly. They, they they're in disembodied form. So when you see something that's like a shadow and it's dark as night, that's what you're seeing this the shadow beings that they come out at night. They're not coming out to because they're good. They're coming out at night to do the things that they do at night. So when people say, "Oh, I have friends that live in the woods," they're called shadow people.
Just at this time is when they're the strongest. It's like
This time is when they surface up at nighttime, especially in Elms Grove. I've seen them here. Sometimes they come bang on the walls, tap on the wall, 2, 3 knocks. They let you know what they're about, But I'm not afraid of them. I've seen one time standing when I take out the trash, and I see one standing by my vehicle looking at me, and I looked at it, and I was gonna say I tie boundary rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, and it just took off real fast.
rainbow. There's a underneath it. Yes, it's there's Christ in the middle, but it's a bunch of Cuban deity virgins that or saints that are underneath it. Yes,
He inherited from his father. He tries to look to see what it is, and he hasn't been able to find it anywhere online.
nope. I don't know what it's called. I just know what it was used for.
But show him the ditty how dark it is. When we see the shadows at nighttime, they said it's darker than the night. That's what we're talking about. They look like that, like that
I
beam that's
have
there.
I have no idea, Texas, if it's trying to show the deity above the saint. I'm just showing you what it is. That's all. I don't have any information on it, man. But thank you. At least it's not blowing your mind like the other two guys that were here earlier.
They were upset, man, because we're bringing the spiritual aspect here on spiritual encrypted encounters. You know, first time when one of them come in here talking nasty right off the bat, and we booted him out. And they came and apologized, and he kept on trying to interrupt, and so we booted him out. Him and the other guy, I think they were together, so we booted him out. Then they were saying these guys are up to no good. It's a conspiracy. No, we're just here to enlighten people that while you're praying and you're worshiping Jesus Christ, that there's other people that are worshiping other things.
One of them
So
even
that's why
said
it's
it was
important to
BS.
have a really change your relationship with Jesus Christ, because He's the only one that can protect us from things like that through Him. And people just don't understand what the battle's about. They don't want to believe in anything like that. So they just want to believe in aliens and dimensions and portals. Uh,
And patas
and then they want
grandes.
to, yeah, they want to say the cryptids are real flesh and blood beings. But when you have these forces or deities or demigods that exist because people are praying and worship them like we pray to Jesus Christ, then it's part of the balance. It's a spiritual warfare. So if you see these shadow figures in your home, roaming in your home, outside your home, it's because you have a spiritual opening. You have to get rid of it because they're not there for good intentions. So that's why you have to bless your home, keep it protected at all times, things yourself, you know, to protect you because those things, those dark shadow beings that are roaming around, they're out for no good, trying to cause health issues. They try to bond your home, causing chaos and havoc within your home, messing with your children and with people within your home. That's why you have to take authority over them through Jesus Christ and send them away. Imagine how many of these dark shadow beings that people that believing in other things, people that are believing in Bigfoots, Dogman, Rakes, Goatman, do they think that they're real? But if it's just a manifestation and they're demonic, then they're believing in the demon that's manifesting that way.
Damn allergies.
We get another troll. Troll identified. Corner the car. Fire on the way. Got him out of here.
how would he know that I don't have knowledge, man? See that's the crazy thing about that, man. He doesn't know me, he doesn't know my what I've been through, the stuff that I've seen. How's he gonna tell me I don't have knowledge, man?
Because it's just trolls. They're trolls that hate me or anything that I try to do here in the spiritual community, because they believe that they're this other cryptids are 100% fledged. They don't want to hear the spiritual aspect out of it, and they have no proof of that they're real. I have proof that there's demonic real.
I just showed them proof.
Yeah,
What else? What else can I mean? Come on, man.
the proof is there, man. When you talk about shadow figures, the darkest night,
If
this is not new age stuff. This is old stuff.
if I hadn't if I hadn't gotten out of that religion and baptized, man, I'd probably be a palero right now, man, because they were grooming me for that.
So, like I said, I bring the spiritual aspect of things. I have show reels, photos when I go out there and investigate. And I've seen things all throughout my life. I know these things exist spiritually. It's part of the balance. So people don't want to. Bigfoot is a big moneymaker for for people within the Bigfoot community. So they don't want people to bring the spiritual truth about it, of what it really is, because they'll lose money. Bigfoot is a moneymaker, right, for the Bigfoot community. Probably millions of people following Bigfoot.
And
If
they
they
still
only knew
haven't caught
that,
him.
and they still haven't caught him. Oh, oh yeah, this spit up. I saw Bigfoot. I had the scope right in between the eyes, and I shot him. I got a confirmed kill, but he didn't fall down. Next thing you know, he just disappeared in thin air. Because it ain't Bigfoot.
Daniel
Something
Rios,
that
uh,
manifested to look beastly.
a palero is like a warlock. He's a voodoo priest, and he can control spirits, and they have to do his bidding. That's what a palero is, and only a male can be a palero. A woman cannot be a palero, or a guy that's gay. He cannot be a palero.
So they're
So
still
I hope
looking
that
for him.
answered your question.
Yeah. Uh, Rainbow Skittles says they're still looking for him. Yeah, I found Bigfoot, the Bigfoot beef jerky in the aisle of the
Walmart.
HEB. HEB and Walmart. Just sell Bigfoot jerky.
Hi, Image. How you doing?
Oh man, they had the show on TV Finding Bigfoot. What did they find?
They finally
Diddly
got
squat.
canceled. He got
It got
canceled.
canceled. They were supposed to. We're professionals. We're gonna find Bigfoot out there. What they find? Not a dang thing. Because Bigfoot is not real.
Bigfoot's hanging out with Elvis.
I'm being truthful to y'all, and some people hate the truth, man. I'm telling you. Well, I seen the dog man, and the dog man had a. I know why they don't shoot. The dog man can't die. He's wearing bulletproof vest. He's wearing Kevlar. Show
Man,
me a
what
picture.
they saw
Show me
was
your
Scooby
truth.
Doo going.
They had no picture, no proof of this. Isn't up here in their mind. I have proof here in Spiritually Equipped. I got the short reels that I create. You go to my group of Spiritually Equipped Encounters on Facebook. You're more welcome to join. I have short reels and pictures. I put my spiritual proof. I have more spiritual proof than the Bigfoot community when they
Has
dress up.
carcasses.
No, they dress up people in costume. That's all you see. It's like Halloween there. You go to a Bigfoot group and you see nothing but people in costume pretending to be Bigfoot. Ridiculous. Someone have baggy costume. You could literally tell it's a person walking in a costume.
Ridge Runner. The scariest thing I ever saw was the movie Glitter.
Oh man, that render that was vicious, bro. She's gonna hit you with a frying pan on the head. Doink. You see all these crazy pictures, ridiculous, man. You got people dressing up, putting face makeup on them, trying to pretend they're Bigfoot. One of these days, these people will get shot by a real hunter that's out there. It's, oh, I see a Bigfoot. I'm going to get my evidence, and boom. I think it's already happened where people have gotten shot pretending to be
Why do
Bigfoot.
they always make him pose? Every time I take a picture of Bigfoot, he's always posing.
I think didn't Eddie Murphy said he dated a Bigfoot? Goonie
Yeah,
Gaga.
Goonie Goo Goo.
Yeah, Goonie Goo.
You wild, Red Runner. You wild man.
That's where she's an ex.
He has no fear because she's no longer there. Oh look, another Carbajal joined.
Is that your son?
I don't know. His last name is just like mine. You never know.
Oh my
You're good,
God.
Alex.
Alex Carbajal. Let's say another story. How about this? This one I know about this black shadow figures. They come in many ways, in many shapes, and many forms. My dad, I think he was dabbling with something back in the day. I was like six, I think 5 or 6. There was this guy named Chewy. He would come and visit him all the time, and he said that he had a friend coming over. It's nighttime, and my godmother's light on their house is on, and you could see my shadow on the by my home. Where I'm sitting down, the reflection of my shadow, because our house was white at the time from the outside. So I'm there, and my dad tells me, When my friend comes, I don't want you to be scared." And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, "Why should I be afraid of your friend? It's your friend coming to visit us." So I'm sitting there, and the next thing you know, we're there for a while. I was getting tired of sitting outside. Next thing you know, he said, like, "Hey, he's here. I just want you to turn around real slowly. So just remember what I told you. Don't be scared when you see him." So as I turned around real slowly, like he told me to, what I seen was this. We had a big blackberry tree in the front of our house. It was massive. This thing looked like was a dark shadow figure, and he had wings, but the wings were black, just like the shadow. And he had red eyes, and he was looking at me. When I seen that, all my hair stood up. My hair stood up. My stomach started hurting. That my senses was telling me that it was pure evil. So took off running inside the house, and my dad started laughing. He's like, "I told you not to be afraid. I told you I wasn't going to be able to." And I went in there to tell my mother what I seen. She went out there to see what was going on, but by the time she went outside, he was gone. And he's like, "Why are you scaring him?" Say, "Hey, I wasn't trying to scare him, but it's whatever was there was gone. But it was massive." When I hear the stories of the Mothman, uh, it wasn't a Mothman that I witnessed. It was just a dark shadow. Was huge. Had to be at least like 12 to 13 foot tall, as big as a blackberry tree was in front of our house. But the thing I remember the most is the way the red eyes were looking at me. You just could feel pure evil there, man. It was like pure evil. And I never forget that day. I try to ask my dad, because he's still alive, he living in a nursing home. I try to ask him what was it that he was trying to introduce me to, that he was saying his friend. And he's like, nah, that was the past, leave it in the past, blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, I'm thinking my dad was dabbling with something back then when he was younger. It looked like he knew what it was. I mean, if he said that if he said that he had a friend coming over and then it was bad, what is that telling about what was that saying about my dad? That he was dabbling with something. Am I correct, cousin Jesse?
Oh yeah, I believe my dad was dabbling with something too when we lived in Chicago, because he was in a room back there by himself, and he came out screaming from that back room, scared as heck. He was pale. My dad was brown skinned. He was pale.
Run into which unto these people dress up as Bigfoot, run into some rednecks like in the movie Deliverance, and they tell them, Bigfoot, you got a pretty mouth.
Now squeal like a pig.
There you go. You want to answer that question? Because I'll let you answer the question about the portals, Rainbow Skittles.
Yeah,
What's
no,
up with
those the portals are open from the other side by the 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 demonic Nephilim, or the black shadows that come. They're open from the other side, and they can appear anywhere at any time. They come from the next dimension. I hope that answers your question. And no, it's not witchcraft. It's just the power they have to open portals that was given to them by the Watchers. I hope that answered your question, Rainbow.
when somebody summons something, they're practicing the witchcraft and necromancy. If they're summoning something, a portal can open because it's got to come through the portal of whatever it's summoning. The people that practice the black arts, you know, in which it sometimes those portals stay open, and maybe those people never close the portal, so that when they do the witches and warlocks go to the woods and do the sacrifices and do the things of
The
what they worship,
summonings.
the summonings, it opens the portals, and that's where there's a lot of activity in that nature in the woods. The shamans, skinwalker shapeshifters, right? They used to do that, uh, where they would summon things. That's how they became skinwalkers and shapeshifters, because they made deals. So there's a lot of open portals within the woods. They just people don't know that they're there because they're not. They can't sense it. I know where the area I go, it's pretty hot and heavy. Uh,
Oh, when you go, yeah, because I fear for your life when you go in there, man. I fear for you when you go in there, because as soon as you go in there, I can see those portals, and you're like just walking into them, and you lose signal on your devices, and I fear
yeah,
that something bad's gonna happen to you.
I lose signal, and the latest video that I had, if you haven't checked that out, it's kind of like I got stuck in time, where I'm losing time, where I'm repeating myself, repeating myself, but I'm moving, but I'm stuck like in a time warp. And throughout that
Bathroom break.
video, I repeat myself numerous times, and I lost. Uh, there's I lost time within the video where I'm missing not everything that I was recording got captured in the video. So I'm missing pieces of of what I'm recording within my video. But that happened to me when I went to go investigate. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So I haven't gone back out there because of that. What happened that day? It causes a magnetic disturbance that it triggers your hair follicles, your hair stand up. That's when you know that the DDN or something, demonic is around, uh, because your senses get triggered. And at times, that to make their presence known. You could hear movement in the woods. You could hear somebody saying something to you in a different language. They use the elements so they can pass right by your ear and whisper something in your ear. Uh, I could see them when they're moving, but when I try to record, they're already gone because they're moving real fast in spirit form. So you're not gonna capture them walking because they're moving as fast as the wind. When you hear about Wendigo, well, they move like a Wendigo with the wind. That's what they call Wendigo. They move very rapidly. Like I said, I have a video where it covered uh it was like 60 yards in 1 minute or less than a minute, that I had to slow down the show reel to see what was coming at me because I seen just a glimpse of something. Yeah, I shorted it down to 5 seconds and I was able to capture what was running towards me. It looked distantly, but it was in disembodied form, in spirit form.
Sorry, cuz I had to run. Damn
No, that's
diabetes.
fine. That says, they said, "What's up with the portals? How do those happen? Or are they brought? Oh, okay. She, yeah, they can be brought in through witchcraft. The shapeshifter skinwalkers that are out there, they can bring them because that's what they used to practice. But they're in spirit form. Uh, Demons can make that can if somebody has a spiritual hit on somebody and they summon a demon. Well, the demon has the capability to open up portals to go to where it's going to. But when you fight it spiritually and you type under Big and Jesus Christ's name, he goes right back through the portal and disappears. He just vanishes. In which, when he vanishes, as it's going back to where it came from, you can smell sulfur or pestilence, like sewer. Sometimes they leave a black goo behind.
Yes, he encounters them all the time. Every time he investigates.
All the time. I encounter them all the time on my videos. When my cousin be watching the videos when I go out there during the day, and he sees them. He's like, "Hey, cuz, I just seen something right beside you." And like, I'm talking about inches away from me. And I go back to when he says that, and I capture what's there. Because he's able to see spiritually too. I think I got a picture of a, I guess, a witch that was out there, possible witch, where she's looking at me. She's laying on the ground looking at me like she's fixing to sneak up on me. I can't see her visually, but my camera caught her. I have a picture that I'll probably place where there's looks like a female standing to the left of the tree, and it looks like a boy standing to the center area of the picture. But you can see it looks like a young girl, but I know it's not a girl. It's something else. Said they can manifest into different forms. Yes, sometimes when I go, the portals are there. I pass through the portals and I lose track of time. In which, when I come out of the woods, sometimes I feel a lot of heaviness on my shoulders, and I pray and I say, if there isn't on me to get off of me, but it feels like I lose a track of time, especially when my light feed breaks up. It breaks and it comes back on, breaks. I'm losing a track of time. So when I get home, it feels like I'm not in the present time. Like I'm behind like a minute or two. And I'm it's like I see everything that's around me, but it's like It feels like I'm what because of those portals or time gaps that I'm behind time.
At the time when you
And
went in there, and they hurt your back.
yeah, the when I went in there that day that he was trying to tell me get out of there, something there. As soon as he said that, my feet cut off, and I felt something jump on my neck area, and it tried to drop me. In which my knees buckled, my left leg buckled, and I was falling down to hold myself up. And I said, "I type on the rebuke in Jesus Christ's name." I couldn't see what jumped on my neck area. Was He weighed a lot. He weighed so much that my left toe got damaged. It's kind of like my just put it this way. It was so heavy that my left toe almost exploded. Just put it that way. But it was in disembodied form. It's You couldn't see it. But I rebuked in Jesus Christ's name. Something that heavy to me because it put a lot of weight on me. That would be the DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim. I have a picture of me almost got dropped in the same form in Elms.Grove, where all you could see on the street is shadow figures. Um, it's called dis- the disembodied demonic Nephilim. I have a group where I have that picture in there, or that picture is in my group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, uh, because they exist. So I put that as evidence, and of course, it's going to be people that that don't want to believe that there's a battle between good and evil. So they're going to follow the conspiracy theories. They're going to follow uh, believing in Bigfoot, believing in these things. But I know what's out there. Uh, some of them, I got a picture where one is very tall. They can be very tall, like 13, 15 feet tall, looking at you. No, I'm able to see them sometimes with my naked eyes, and there's times that they're well hidden. But the reason I go out there during the day is because the ultraviolet rays of the sun helps me see them even better. It breaks their disembodied form. I mean, I'm not going to say cloak. It gives them color, that I'm able to see them. That's what my camera catches them when I'm out there recording. But in saying that, I hope you're enjoying the show. What I can do is every time I do something, I place pictures out there, to what I'm speaking of, so you could see for yourself of what I'm talking about. Does anybody have any questions here in the lobby right now? We got 30 viewers, cuz.
I know, man. It's a good show. Once we got rid of the
Anybody have
naysayers.
any questions? We'll answer your questions. Cousin Jesse knows a lot of things spiritually, also. Yes. The reason they're Nephilim, if you see in my pictures, they're always watching, like looking. The Watchers, get it? Watchers. They were sent here to Earth to watch over mankind. So their job was just to watch over mankind to make sure nothing crazy happened, right? So they were just supposed to be looking over mankind. But they seen the woman. They got. They said we're going to take the woman. So they slept with women. They created, which their offspring was the Nephilim. They slept with the woman, and the woman changed form. The woman, some became harpies, the other became sirens. Right. In Spanish, we call it lechuzas for the harpies. But they changed form, and that's what created the Nephilim. And the Nephilim came in many different sizes. Uh, but when the flood happened, it destroyed all the Nephilim. When people tell me, "Is there Nephilim here on Earth?" I said, "The only Nephilim that's here on Earth are their disembodied form, which is spirit form, which we know them as demons." Uh, that's what was left of the Nephilim. Was This is they were part. They were. The angel became demonic when they went against God, so they're demonic of nature. But what was left was just their demonic spirit, and that's what's within the wood lines. You got a couple of them. You get the Nephilim, of course, the Legion, Lilith's children. They live in the woods too. Uh, but the Nephilim is the demons. That they have the capabilities to shapeshift, into anything, just like their creators, which was the Watchers or their fathers, right? They took the form of man to deceive the woman when they slept with them. They deceived them, so that's how they became the way they became. So when people ask me, "Well, we hear about the Condor giant," I said, "Where's the picture? Where's the proof of this giant? Right? Show me the proof." But I know for one thing, I'm showing the proof that there do exist around us in disembodied form. They can manifest to anything. Demons, white shapes that your skin wars are natives that practice that, that make deals, they can manifest because they're affiliated with them through witchcraft and orcomancy. Uh, Brujas, brujos, what else, cousin? Um, anything that make deals with them, they have abilities to shapeshift and manifest. He's got a friend. Tell him about your friend.
Hey,
Uh,
my friend Juan. Yeah, he used to. I don't know if he still does because he's real sick now. But when he was a younger man, he could transform into a lechuza, and he learned that skill from his grandma, who was a bruja that transformed into a lechuza. So yeah, I've met some people that actually did transform into the bird. And the only reason that my friend let me know because I dropped him off at his house at like 2 in the morning, and I walked home. I lived 2.5 miles out of town, and I used to take a different route, every a different way home every night. And the next day, he told me everything, which way I went, when the dogs tried to bite me, when I almost got run over on the highway. And I asked him, well, I made sure that nobody followed me, man. How do you know? He goes, you remember when you looked up and saw that white bird flying? I said, yeah. He goes, well, that was me. I was like, wow,
the white bird he's talking about, what he's talking about, he turned into a lechuza,
a
a
white
white
owl.
lechuza, a white owl. That's what I seen, a white owl peeking behind the tree over here when I would do my videos outside. It was pretty tall. It was like 5'6", looking at me. He showed me the body and everything. So I was just waiting to see what it was going to do, but it flew away from me. It went over the fence. Do you sense how powerful the entities you encounter are? Uh, it's more, I can sense them because of the magnetic energy that they have, which triggers your senses. You get goosebumps, your hair stand up. That's when you know that they're around you. When normally your senses get triggered that way is because they're demonic in nature or they're negative energies, and what they're trying to do to you when your hairs are standing up, they're trying to drain your energy. That's why I carry protection around my neck. The black tourmaline warns off negative energy, and the selenite stores energy. So I keep that around my neck as for protection when I go and investigate. What do you think about all that, cousin?
About what, cousin?
Do you sense how powerful the entities you encounter are?
Well, I did when I sensed that werewolf in Mississippi, because I was at a full run, man, and when I felt it, I stopped because all my hair stood up, and I sensed where it was. So when I looked to my right, it was staring at me. If I had kept running, it probably would have attacked me from behind, but we locked eyes and it started melting into the shadows and blinked and disappeared. But yeah, you could
Disappeared
tell. Yeah, he disappeared in
because
a puff of smoke.
it was demonic in nature. He was working on the combines at nighttime What time was it when this happened, cousin?
About 3 in the morning, about this time. About this
In the
time.
cotton gins, but he was working in the field with the combines, making the big what are they called?
No, no, because the modules were already made. I was
Oh, the
on
module.
the I was on the cotton feeder, the one that breaks the cotton down and sends it into the gin, and that's got to be about maybe 6 or 7 feet off the ground. And I was standing on the walkway, and I saw it walking around the property, man, just walking, taller than the modules that we were tearing apart, man. It was tall, about 8, 9 feet. Reddish. I'm gonna say brown instead of reddish brown. I'm gonna say brown, red brown. And it was tall, man. It was fast. People had living quarters there on the property, and they had children. So all the work stopped, and they piled into pickups, and they started chasing it around. But it can't. They couldn't catch it. It kept disappearing on them, and they were chased it across the street into a cotton field. And I don't know how it teleported, man, and wound up by where I was by myself, running down, running down like a dummy, running down the property trying to find it. And I guess I got lucky and found it.
Deborah, what would you do if lesbian upstairs slam and bang on the floor all hours of the night? You can't sleep. They know I am Christian, so it's a spiritual tag. They try to make sure I never rest.
Wow.
What I would do if that's your neighbors and they're cutting all kinds of ruckus, I would just put a complaint to the people in the apartment, or call the police and say, hey, my neighbors are making too much noise. It's after hours. But I think what she's talking about, she's hearing things, bangings and stuff. Uh, uh, see, upstairs. See, Rainbow Skittles, the one night we were driving on the back road and Novel blocked our windshield. And not even 100 feet later, there was an elk in the middle of the road. We had to swerve going 60 to not hit it. What do you think about that, cousin?
Uh, Whatever that was, it was trying to make him hit the elk. Sounds like lechusery.
Look, I was going to Houston, the back road. There's a back ways to go to Houston. It was me and my wife. We're driving, right? It's nighttime. You got the high beams on, or you got your headlights. Out of the darkness, there's this deer that's running straight towards us. It's going to hit us. And the deer's looking at me, and I'm looking at it. And this is what I do. I point at it and say, "Type on your Jesus Christ name." When I said that, the deer stopped moving. Something was in control of that deer because I said, "Type on your Jesus Christ name," and it left me. It stopped. It stopped coming my way. If there's unseen forces that have the ability to attach themselves to people, they can attach themselves to animals too, or take the form of animals.
Sean Boy, what we're talking about? Well, we're talking about shadow figures, and we did a little show and tell.
Yeah, we did a little show and tell. Was dealing with paleros. Uh, he did a show and tell earlier of an item that he has of the paleros. If you want to watch the replay and check it out, we show it all throughout the the live, and of course we had people coming against us in a negative way, which were trolls. We got rid of them.
The show and tell made them mad for some reason.
Yeah, they were mad with the show and tell. I think they got mad, cousin, It's because we're bringing the spiritual truth of what they really are, and they got pissed off because they don't want people to listen to the truth. That's why they got pissed off, and they were trying to interrupt on the show because it takes away from their agenda, what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish.
Oh, it's a pyramid with a shadow figure inside. It's
Tell
like a
them where you got
guardian.
it from, Primo.
It's like a guardian. I got it from my father's Palero coven. When, Palero is like a male voodoo priest, and he controls spirits. So that's where I got it. It used to belong to my father.
He inherited it. He passed away. You want to take a show him a quick glimpse of it, cuz if you want to, or you put it up.
No, no, it's right here. You want to see it, Sean? Answer me yes or no, and I'll put it back on there because
You got
almost
bored. You
everybody
want
in here has
to
already
see it?
seen it. No, no, I have it sitting right here in
He has
front
it
of me.
right there. Go ahead and show it to him, cuz.
Let me unplug this phone and turn around. All right, here we go. You see it? The shadow figure with a portal on top. Then it's got lines on every corner. It's got the three snails all over. It's got weapons and tools. You get a good view of it.
You say, "Oh wow, that's cool." You see, that's a dark shadow figure. That's right there. You know, you can call it a deity or a demigod. Uh, when you see dark shadow figures roaming around, it's because
I
of that,
am. I am Ivy. That's my flashlight on it right now. See,
and it still looks dark. We don't know what it. He doesn't know what it is, what it's called, because he's been trying to find out if we can find any kind of information of it,
you
and
see
he can't
how
find any.
he's got Jesus Christ down there in the middle, and all the virgins and saints around him.
X
Right.
rays a deal artifact. That's what he's saying. It's an artifact, primo.
Let's see. There's three on this side, three on this side, and one in the middle. Yeah, los siete verdades.
I wonder if that the pyramid represents Illuminati, since they're like using square triangles all the time.
Well, like I said, there's a line in each corner.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, that is cool. Yeah, there it is. See the portal
it's
up
got
there?
a portal on top of his head, or if you see it from a distance, could look like an eye, the eye of the pyramid, and it's got that deity in there or demigod shadow figure
It
with a
it's
crown
got
on his
a
head.
it's got a necklace with the head of a goat. It could be a Baphomet. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's sitting on a gold nugget.
See, he brought it on tonight for show and tell. I hope whoever didn't view it got to see it. Uh, we'll be showing it all throughout the night.
I hope
At
you enjoyed
25,
that, Sean.
yeah, 25 years. I know it's man. We've been going on almost for 4 hours, so I think we're gonna call it a night. I know cousin Jesse is tired. If he finds the other items, we'll do a show and tell on those. He's got other items
I gotta find
that
them, man. I'm pretty sure they're in that back room in a box because my mom's been trying to get rid of them, but she don't know how. There's a certain way that you have to get rid of them. You just can't throw them away.
yes, because you don't want nothing bad happening to you or anything like that.
Well, since they're like saints, you have to like leave them at a church or something like that. The church will take them in. I was gonna tell you that today we went to eat at this Mexican restaurant, and the witchcraft was right there in plain sight, man. They had a Santo Niño de Atocha with candles burning right there in front of everybody, man. Everybody walked in and just oblivious to what's happening, man.
What you do? You left the restaurant?
Well, no, I ate, but I didn't pay no mind. I just know that it was there because it's always there, and it's not Santo Niño, man. It's like an elegua,
Yeah.
except instead of being a conch, a little baby.
Rainbow Scooter says you have to give them to a priest that knows what he's doing.
Yes, that's why we don't know what to do with them. That's why they're still here.
It would be like somebody like what was the name of the movie where the people had their little, what do you call it, museum with all these artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the movie? Was it
I can't
Insidious?
remember.
No, I can't remember the name of the movie. That they had I guess a lady was a psychic or something, and they were like a minister. The fa- the her husband was a minister, and they would go to haunted places. And I think the Annabelle movie.
Yeah, it was the Annabelle movie, man. They're the ones that put the Annabelle behind the glass.
Yeah, which is the Raggedy Ann doll. The real Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll. I had to put mine in a little case, man, because I had bought one at a estate sale, and things started happening with a little doll, and I put it up in a garage. I put like a cross on it and left it in the garage. It was a little Annabelle doll. He had remember Andy, because it's
Raggedy
Raggedy
Andy.
Ann and Andy. Uh, I had both of them in there. It's like hell no. I put them up.
Well, I'm gonna see what happens tonight, man. Cause like I said, I brought him from where I had him, and I'm just gonna leave him right there and see what happens, man. He hasn't been fed, so I don't think he's as strong as he used to be.
Somebody said yes, someone like that. Rainbow Skittles. I just want to say thank you to all the viewers. If you're a member here or not a member, you can subscribe. You want to hit the like button, I would appreciate it. If you like cousin Jesse around here, man, we can go lives, do lives. You can do lives with me if he likes to. I don't mind. He just gives us more to talk about instead of me just talking away, and we can interact with whoever's here in the lobby. Is it to say a prayer of protection? Okay, let's do a prayer. Heavenly Father, at this time, I would like to pray for whoever viewed this video, for no negativity to go to anybody through our equipment. We're placing the heavenly spiritual crosses and everybody that viewed this video from head to toe. We're placing spiritually heavenly crosses on our doorways or windows, uh, and we tie, bind, and rebuke any negative energies at this time. In Jesus Christ's name, Amen.
Amen. Oh, look, Sean Boyd just subscribed.
Oh, thank you, brother John Boyd. We go live here just about every night. Uh, that's when we go late at night.
We'd come after the
Uh,
Night Stalkers.
yeah, there's night stalkers and night owls. So that's when I do my lives at night because I know there's people that can sleep like me, that I'm awake at nighttime. So I get most of my rest during the day.
Me too.
Not saying
Hey
that
man,
I'm not. Nosferatu.
Only on Halloween.
Only Halloween. You can see Count Abe come out once
uh,
a year.
I'm gonna start looking for those artifacts tomorrow, and I'll let you know when I find them. I'll probably ask her to see where they are, so you can see what the Cuban version of Santo Nino de Atocha looks like, el Elewa.
Hmm.
Uh, you'll see that it's like a little conch with little eyes, man. And the gallo that was supposed to be my dad's head, and that horn that he made to make the law not mess with him. See if I can find all of those. Maybe I'll even find the Santa Barbara.
Okay, that sounds good.
They're all in a box together, even the guerreros, man, the ones that got all the weapons that are supposed to take revenge for you. Got those in here too. With those in here, with those in the house, you can't whistle.
Those.
It's like that, man.
Oh man. So
So
there you
I'll
go,
look.
brothers and sisters. We're showing things from the other side of the balance. Just happens that my cousin inherited this from his father when he passed away
This is
because he
all
was,
basically Santeria.
huh?
This is all the ones that I'm gonna find, look for. This is all Santeria.
Santeria is it? Okay. Satanist.
Cuban voodoo.
Cuban voodoo.
African Cuban voodoo.
So to all the people that join here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, from me, my cousin Jesse, we'd like to say thank you. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed morning and day.
God bless all of you.
God bless every single one of y'all. Everybody have a beautiful, blessed evening. Thank you, Primo Jesse, cousin Jesse,
Lo-
for being on here, and
Love,
thank
peace,
you
and
to.
chicken grease, cousin.
Was that?
Love, peace, and
Yeah,
chicken grease.
yeah. All right, cuz. Everybody have a good night or good
Bye.
morning.